Welcome to High Rollers D&D. You've joined us after I've just had another rant about Ready Player One.
We've lost count of how many it's been.
I'm also very hangry because I didn't get my lunch today. So
You didn't answer your phone.
Would you like
I didn't answer my
a
phone.
braised
But
duck?
that's going to play out very well for all of you today.
Yeah.
Welcome to High Rollers. I am your Dungeon Master.
Kim's ill, that's why she's wearing a mask.
Kim's ill, that's why she looks
We
like
don't
Shredder.
want
It's
it.
not a new
Thank you,
fashion.
man,
don't
for
want
pointing
to
out
be
that she looks like
They
Shredder.
refuse to be in the same room as me unless this happens. So.
Yeah. So hopefully you can understand her. If not, you're not going to miss much. Couple of quick things before we go. First of all, I'm Mark Humes, the DM. Joining me, we have Katie,
Hello.
Chris, Trot, Kim, Matt here,
No. Hence the mask.
Hence the math.
and Tom Hazel.
Hello.
A couple of quick things before we go into the recap today. First of all, I want to say a big, big thank you to everybody who came along to Insomnia 62.
I know, because you guys got me sick.
Thank you very much for coming along to the signing and getting things signed, buying all the merch and things like that.
Yeah.
Especially a big thank you to everybody who came to the live show.
Yeah.
We had a blast. It was fantastic. It is available on Yogs Live. If you've not seen it yet, it is uploaded.
I'd highly recommend it. It actually turned out really well.
It turned out really, really well. A huge thank you
I
to
was
the
in it.
Insomnia crew who did an
Yes.
amazing job with the set, actually.
Special
it
thanks
looked
to
super good.
Special thanks to Chloe and Tobin who helped us out a lot by
Yes.
making it.
They made it
awesome
look
in terms of our graphics and everything.
So
They
good.
helped
yeah.
so much.
So
Above
good.
and beyond.
So check that out if you've not seen it. Hopefully, maybe we'll get to do another one day. We don't know. It's up to you guys. Let people know if you'd like to see that.
I've heard word that it was the stage team's favourite of the weekend, so who knows?
How can
And
it not?
also
They
the
had
most
fun.
receptive crowd
It was very, very receptive crowd. Thank you very much.
of all the events.
Who would like to talk about new merch?
Merch, we have it! Yay!
Katie's going to talk all about new merch. Thanks,
So-
Katie. Take it away.
We have new notebooks, which I don't. You have.
Whoa!
You have.
Hello!
Holy shit,
High
that looks
Rollers
cool.
notebooks.
That looks great, in fact.
Which have some nice debossing and dice down the side of them,
Means
which
so
are
that I can
great.
just nonchalantly do this.
Cover my face. Cover my face.
Yeah, don't cover Matt's face.
Wow! Wow!
Isn't it-
look at
isn't it
that
great?
there. That
That's
there.
it. Get it in focus.
Isn't it
there we
great?
go.
Right there.
There you
There you
go. See the
go.
embossing. So if
Super
you've got
nice
your own
quality.
campaign and stuff like
Yeah.
that, you can write notes in it, your character notes, whatever.
It works like a regular
Ooh.
notebook.
And and some of you will have seen at Insomnia that we do have a new poster. So we've got a new Lightfall poster, which has our 4 main cast characters on it at the moment. Some of you will have picked them up at Insomnia, but it's on. If you look at High Rollers D&D on Twitter, it's our pinned tweet at the moment. You'll see some nice photos of the poster and the notebook, both in the High Rollers section of the store now.
Store.yogscast.com.
Yeah.
Did hoodies get restocked? I can't remember.
No, I don't think so. I think we're still at medium.
They're working on it though.
Hold
they are
off
working
on
on
the
it.
hoodie.
Yeah.
But they're working on it.
there's
there's
still
some last-
other sizes.
There's some last dice as well.
They're not up yet, I don't think.
Not up
They're
yet,
not
but they
yet.
will
There
be. There's
will
going to be
be.
But,
a
well,
very last final.
This is the thing. We've had a lot of tweets about this. We did say that the last restock would be the final restock, and it will be. We took some to Insomnia with us, and the stock that didn't sell, we're currently waiting for the warehouse to. We're currently waiting for the warehouse to count them,
Yeah.
so that we know how many that we have to release. But when that little batch, whatever's left, is literally going to be. That's it. So we'll let you know. There's a poster. Nice.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you to Nina for the lovely art, Nina Serena, as always. So yeah, when we have those details about the dice, pay attention to our Twitter, because that's the place that we're going to be announcing it. So at High Rollers D&D.
Absolutely.
Can't stress how much info goes on to that Twitter account, so it's the best place to follow.
Best place to follow. One last thing from me, which is over the weekend over at PAX East, the team from Roleplay, which is It's Me, JP, and Skinny Ghost, Adam Coble, announced a couple of new shows, one of which I am going to be part of. It's not like a guest thing, it's going to be a regular show, which I'm going to be on.
Very cool.
That's GM'd by Adam Coble, and it's got That Bronze Girl and Munition. I can't talk about too much about what's going to be involved because they've kind of kept it secret, but it's really, really cool sci-fi themed game. I'm super pumped for it. It's the first time I get to be a player in a regular thing in a long time. So you can check that out there on twitch.tv/roleplayers in roll a dice play.
Kim's got a question.
One last thing. We missed something very important last week.
Last
We did.
week?
Well, an
Yeah.
episode.
We did.
Happy
I'm not going to sing happy birthday, but I'm going to say happy birthday to you. I'm not singing.
the worst
I'm not singing, man. I hold my hands up, I won't sing.
Oh, thank
Well, happy
you very
birthday.
much.
There will be Huh?
Belated-
I thought we were going to continue the song.
No.
No, it was
Please don't do that. Kim drew that.
I drew it.
There's a Kim original.
Kim made this.
Ignore that. That's the fuck. I fucked that one up.
You can show that to the camera. We will get waffles at lunch.
It's a darling.
Oh, thank you very much, guys.
Kim drew it.
I drew it with my hands.
Amazing.
Which is really
Very
hard
good.
when you got fever shapes.
You know, you did it very well. It's got 4 hemispheres going down. The gun and the plungers around the right way.
Very good.
How much do you regret drawing it?
No, you've done very well. Thank you.
Oh, he's very pleased.
I'm
And then
very
we're going to get some treats, some sweet treats at the break.
Oh, that's very kind of
Celebrate.
you.
No worries.
Happy birthday, Matt. We're sorry that we
We
did.
didn't-
It was a bit too
you're not getting
hectic
away with
last
that.
week.
Yeah, no, that's lovely. Thank you very much.
Right. With the pleasantries out of the way, shall I begin the recap?
Yeah.
We just keep announcing birthdays.
Nope.
Yeah.
So,
Happy birthday.
the party is currently fighting a desperate battle for the fate of the Dawn Republic in the city of Talas Val. They have already fought off an initial attack against the city walls, though just barely. However, appearing from the dark clouds that loomed over the city for several days, a terrifying sight broke through. An airship of enormous size came through the clouds and began to fire black powder cannons down onto the city before dropping fire giant shock troops, hobgoblin elites, and the mighty Rock and the Thunderfang, the adult blue dragon, descended upon the city as well. With such terrible threats and a ground army to defend against, Adric, Dragonborn champion and newly anointed paladin of Bahamut, orders the party to take their closest allies, divide up into teams, to take on these terrifying threats. The party decided to send the airy winged elves from the plain of Arborea, alongside Reynard's uncle. Oh, you're just doing the order. Felix Ferahorn against the Rock. So the airy elves and Felix were sent to deal with the Rock.
Yep.
You sent Trixiana, illusionist and apprentice to a master of magic, as well as Lieutenant Barris, young village boy turned local hero, against the hobgoblins, who were seen headed to the graveyard district with various magical apparatus. You sent Nelistri, Cassandra, Sverrir, and his polar bear companion Howl to try and deal with Thunderfang, the blue dragon that you'd encountered previously. And then finally, you guys, along with Grunker, the half-orc barbarian, went to Champion's Hold to face off against 3 fire giant elites. A battle ensued, and whilst the enemy does appear to be in a weakened state, you have also suffered your own injuries, quite grievous ones in some cases.
Heinous.
And then just before we finished last time, you had a communication from Trixiana, a garbled message using a bracelet of some sort of communication that informed you that the hobgoblins appeared to be summoning some sort of demon or demonic forces. And we finished last week, middle of combat,
Yes.
which is where we begin today. Sam, kick off the battle music. Cam Buckland, it is in fact your turn. Let's get this map up.
Can we get just a sit rep?
Sit rep.
Sit rep. So you've defeated 1 fire giant thanks to a combination of Juto's stunning strikes and several spells. You kind of focused fire and took down one of the giants already. One of the giants has been quite badly injured, but is still standing. Yes. And has been kind of fighting Reynard, Grunker, and several others throughout most of the battle. Gregor, who is a fire giant you have actually semi-encountered before, the brother of a fire giant who Elora killed with a blight spell in Veldaban, is basically fighting the rest of you. And he has been injured, but he is still furious and fighting strong, and has dealt several grievous wounds and is very, very strong.
Big blows.
Yes, you're currently fighting in the streets just before the kind of approach towards Champion's Hold.
I'm currently levitating because of this massive strip of fire.
Yes, that
Lava.
was it.
Right?
It was kind of like the ground had been molten. It's kind of almost like hot, fiery, molten rock.
So I levitated and moved to the right a little bit. I think I did last time. I spiritual weapon.
You've got a spiritual weapon here.
Got a little spiritual weapon, a little wet wop. How does everybody look?
Half.
About half.
I look like a drag.
I'm about 3rd.
But you lie. You've just had 70 HP.
3rd down, I mean.
Oh,
Third from the top.
Yeah, 3rd from the top.
that sounded really...
A bit from the top.
You're at 2/3.
Yeah. I'm looking good.
Quick now.
He's looking better than most.
Shame we didn't fix the
I'm,
face.
Wow.
How do I look? That's the
How
most
do you
important
look?
thing. Oh, really bad.
Really?
Oh, I'm at 9 HP.
I believe almost all of you have taken
Big hits.
big hits.
Big old fucking hits.
I mean, I almost died. Again.
So you're okay, aren't you?
So
I'm going to.
Unusually.
you've taken some damage, I thought.
Yeah, a little bit.
but not
Nothing
like
compared to the rest of us.
Oh wait, I've taken 9 damage. Sorry.
Oh!
Oh, right.
Are you-
Are
I was
you
gonna say, I
sure?
didn't remember you getting.
You've been hit quite a lot, but I don't know how much you
No,
healed.
he wasn't hit as much
think I-
as it was Reynard and Juto taking the hits.
Yeah.
That doesn't
If that's-
change his opinions, right?
I just, want to make sure that, like, after 2 weeks, we've got all of our information correct. I know how much HP they have.
No, because he healed. Because he's
I
taken
was
loads
at
of damage
44
and he's
damage.
healed it.
Right, and then you
He's healed
killed
it
Did
back.
something. I can't remember. Was it quaffing a potion? Who knows? You'll find out in the last episode on Yogs Live.
Yeah. As long as you've been marking off spell slots and stuff and potions, then that's fine.
Okay.
So what would you like to do, Cam Buckland?
What the hell did I use water stance for?
At the very start.
You were, at the very
used
start, you whipped, you pulled one into the building.
the thing. And then I limit braked, didn't I?
You did to put out,
Something
to try and
fire,
hold the
yeah.
one in place. That the guy that is down, you held him in place with the ice for a period.
It worked on the live show. It's gonna work here.
Oh boy.
Banishment.
It's not going to work here. Try it.
Just trying to read his face.
I mean, there's no point trying to read my face.
They seem quite.
They're giants. Would it
Charismatic.
even work?
Was it Constitution?
I believe it's charisma for banishment.
Giants aren't
Correct.
charismatic. They just grunt and growl and roar and
But they're
stuff, right?
giants, though.
Quite intelligent.
Are they?
Yeah,
Fuck
fine
it.
giants are.
Yeah, shouldn't
I'm
you
gonna
know,
try and
Reynard?
banish
Which one?
Oh yeah, I should know that.
him.
Okay. And the
I've
old
got the
DC
ring.
is
60 feet, and the DC
18.
is 18.
19. Oh! Well, it's at the live show. I literally rolled a straight up 19. Well, I rolled an 18S plus 1, so 19.
That's my
Brilliant.
donkey D, Mark.
That was very unlucky. You can always try again.
Esmedidi.
That's your action. Would you like to move? Bonus action. You have spiritual weapon out. Is banishment a concentration spell? Spiritual weapon is not a concentration spell. We keep going over this. Yeah.
I would like to risk nothing.
You are currently hovering in the air, so you can't actually move horizontally right now. You'd have to land back on the flaming ground.
I'll not just float around.
No, like levitation is not like flying. You can go up and you can go down.
Go up a lot.
Can I go up a lot?
You could go up, yeah. If you leave his thing though, you still will get an attack opportunity.
And I would be at dropping height.
You would be at the
gonna
moment.
stay where I
At the
am.
moment, you're like 3 feet off the ground, just to keep your feet from out of this kind of molten rock.
I'm going to bonus action spiritual weapon.
Okay. Against Big Gregor.
18 plus 10, so 20. Oh wait, that's plus spell attack, isn't it? Yeah, still 10.
Okay.
28.
That's a hit. Yeah. 28 is a hit.
That's a D4.
You would hope 28 is a hit.
9.
9 points. Okay.
That's my go.
Okay. After your go, the unnamed fire giant, the one that has been at the back, kind of fighting
Holy.
things.
I think, I don't know, I got this from like an ethereal source of hive mind that because I cast banishment, my levitate will go. Because that's possible.
That is concentration. Yes. So you fall back onto the ground.
Into the fire.
No, he's out of the fire. He's not in the fire.
I specifically moved off
Yeah.
of it with levitate.
He moved off
Again,
the last-
levitate would just move you up. You literally
You moved
levitated
sideways
yourself
first,
off the ground, so your feet were no longer in the fire.
Well, last time I moved to the right.
Yeah.
You can't move horizontally with levitate. You
That's
go
the
up
correct
and down. I will check that because that will obviously be an important factor.
It was the whole reason I did it.
Well, no. If I remember, when you did it, it was if you asked if I levitate, would I get out of the fire, and I said yes because you'd move off the ground.
It might be
That's
that you
what I
just moved
said.
them across to
To
signify that.
I think like so you weren't standing on the fire.
Oh shit.
You've just fallen back into the lava.
Banish.
Yeah.
Rises vertically up to 20 feet. You can only move by pushing or pulling against a fixed object, of which there aren't any around you. So yeah. So when you fall down, you don't take any falling damage, but you would need to give me a dexterity saving throw for the fall, because you move back.
That's a 2. Plus a 3. That's a 5.
So that's 7 more points of fire damage as you kind of poof, and again this kind of like it's not quite lava, but it's like super hot slag-like rock that just kind of sticks to your boots and armor and things like that. You can feel it's burning through your skin. The one at the back, the fire giant, is facing off against, I believe, Reynard, Juto, and Grunker. Grunker is doing a lot of damage to him, but you are also doing a lot of damage to him, and Juto is also doing a lot of damage to him.
Yeah, obviously.
So,
Why does he have a white dice on him? Is that Hunter's Mark?
Yeah,
yes,
it'll be
it is
Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark.
You gonna die.
So,
I can't remember what my.
looking at you, if I had a perception check of 16, how injured would Reynard appear?
he's just
Are
been-
you bloodied? You've just been healed, right?
16. 16 fails.
No.
Oh,
As in, like, you know, do you have physical wounds? You were
He's
healed,
just been
right?
healed.
I've
So
just
you've
been
been
healed, so I
healed.
might have X blood on me.
But it's clearly been healed up.
Oh,
What
we've
about
been
how
healed
bad
up,
is
yeah.
Juto looking?
I got healed as well, didn't I?
Do you have hit points written down?
The
went
only
back up
person I
again.
got up was Reynard because
I
he
feel
was
like I would be
literally dead.
super bloody.
I can't remember. So,
But she probably looks. I don't know. Like
what hit points are you on currently out of your total? Are you like on half or lower?
38 out of 70.
So you've taken 38 or you're on 38?
I'm on 38.
So you're
I'm
pretty
like
bad. So
half.
yeah, you're about half. In that case, he will he's pretty combat-wise. You're ranged, and you seem to. But then Juto hits him quite a lot.
There you go.
He's going to take.
Please spotlight.
What's that for?
He's going to take one hit at Grunker and one hit at Juto.
Oh, okay.
So against Grunker, he has advantage because she is attacking recklessly. He hits Grunker, and this is going to be for. I'm just going to do his flat damage. So she's going to take 30 points, halved to 15.
Oh, lights are flashing.
And then Juto, that is going to be a 17.
Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. Okay, so that you dodge under this blow as the greatsword swings past, and he kind of stumbles back and just readies himself with the blade. Okay,
Okay.
Reynard.
My
Sure.
turn.
Yep.
Am I in his initiative? Like, am I in his swing range?
You are in his threat range, yeah, because he's got to reach a 10 foot because he's so big.
Oh boy, he's a big boy.
It's here.
Reynard's there.
I hate to ask it, but how is he actually looking?
This one he's taken a lot of blows. He's definitely looking injured. The combined kind of attacks from everybody is definitely taking its toll.
Okay, I want to, in that case, he's got 100.
Lots of like crossbow bolts sticking out of him, long gashes from Juto's Guandao. You're pretty sure that
You did
Grunk
hit
had
him a
dislocated
lot,
his
yeah.
jaw.
Ooh.
But I did.
I would like to sharpshooter him
Okay.
for the first shot.
Okay.
So,
No.
19. Oh,
Minus
19
5.
minus 5. So like 4.
You try and take aim. You try and aim for a really careful point, but by the time you've aimed, he's moving so much that the bolt just reflects off this thick black iron plate.
Damn it.
He appears to be wearing.
I'd like to try it again.
Okay.
So 25, 20.
20 does hit, however.
Right.
This time the bolt finds purchase hit in between parts of the armor plating.
I think I've asked this before, but my first bolt has thunder damage. Is that the first bolt that hits, or is it the first bolt I fire?
Technically, the first bolt, I can't remember how we've ruled it. For your sake, I'm going to say it's the first bolt that hits.
Okay, cool. In that case, bam. One of those, another one of those. So that's
I don't know what to do.
13, 19, plus 10,
29.
29.
29.
Why was that the hardest part of the maths
So that's going to be...
for my second
Okay.
shot?
So that time the bolt flies in, just, seems to wedge underneath in between like his chest armor and his arm. You can see that his grip suddenly kind of gets a bit weaker on the greatsword, and he like really staggers back, almost as if the force of the blows knocked him back a little bit. And he lets out this howl of rage.
Ooh, does he now? I'm going to Axel him as well. I'm going to throw my sword at him.
Okay.
Roll better, please.
Axel does not manage to like this. The guy's so big and he's just covered in this black iron plate.
Oh.
It just does not seem to penetrate through.
Okay.
Elora.
Penetrate him.
I'll put Axel down there.
Where's Kim's turn?
Oh, that's close.
Near the
You
end,
are
I think.
quite. You are after Elora actually.
Okay.
Favorite enemy. Sorry, favorite enemy.
Oh.
Ooh,
Extra
that was
6.
close.
Oh.
That's Axel.
Thanks, Hive Mind. So yeah, plus 6.
Damn Hive Mind. Yeah, I've added 6 now. Elora.
I'm going to. I'm gonna call lightning on
That should do more damage. They're closer to it.
what?
Lightning, because they're really tall.
Ignore him.
Antenna.
Lightning rod.
Are they wearing
I'd like
antennas
to
on
do it
their
on this guy actually.
Okay.
I want to take.
So it's
him
like
out.
quite a wide area, but then you
It's
pick
a
a 5
5-foot
But
thing,
so basically
so
that
it
would
wouldn't hit
him
anybody
directly.
else.
No, he's so massive.
So it's a
Strikes him.
dexterity saving throw.
Oh, they're great at these. That's a 7.
Cool.
We should do dexterity-based things.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I think I have dexterity spells actually.
How did he roll a 19?
Fucking
You're
get
right,
me another
Maxwell.
D8.
I've
Sorry,
never
mate.
done banish in an actual.
You have. You have banished some.
canonical.
No, you have.
Yeah, you have when we went against the boars.
A
the dire boars.
whopping. Oh wait, no, it's D10. I'm using the wrong dice.
And you
Jeez.
divine intervention, kind of technically banished.
Whoop.
Command.
I am pretty great. Thanks for reminding me. Right. It's just a low moment.
13.
13. So, I think this is the first time that lightning damage has hit these guys. As the lightning
I've
hits
used
him,
lightning damage on him before.
when
I used call lightning. I'm sure I used call lightning before.
then you wouldn't need to cast it again. Which no, because you casted thingy. So I forgot this last time. Then when it hits him, there is a rune on the plate
Damn it,
armor,
that's
which
misleading.
does provide some resistance. It still damages him. It's not
I know,
completely
but I
negates
was sure I
it.
used it before.
Dodge. Drat.
Obviously, I wouldn't have used it
Dang.
again.
Well, I mean,
Right.
would you have? Is there anything else you would have done?
Yeah.
Okay, do you
But
wanna do that?
I don't know. I don't know. I've got not a whole bunch.
Heal the squishy thing.
Okay, Juto,
I'm gonna bonus action.
healing word.
I don't think I can reach Juto. So,
I'm gonna
Beautiful.
but I'm gonna heal myself
60.
though.
Okay.
Because I'm.
Healing
Yep.
word is 60 feet.
Is it?
It's 30 feet.
It's 30 feet.
Maybe for shit healers.
I'm the best in the world.
Well, add those hit points. Juto.
I'm gonna straight up.
60 feet. It's 60
Oh, well, I've healed myself. I
think it's
need
30 feet
healing
for some
tape.
reason.
The fuck?
14 to hit.
14's gonna miss.
Oh my.
The rolls are so bad today.
Oh, seriously, this
What we-
sucks.
This is what we get for not
This sucks
finishing
bad.
the fight last.
I
Ting,
missed.
ting. Guessing that's a miss.
Gonna flurry.
Yep, so key point and then 2 unarmed strikes.
Delicious.
17.
Miss. Your fist collides with metal armor. Boom, boom, boom. You're so desperate you can feel your injuries overcoming you, but the blows just aren't
This is not
penetrating through
fucking
their armor.
That's almost an entire round where we've
Of
done
shit.
what?
Yeah.
20
Done
damage.
shit all.
Gregor.
Positivity. That's what wins the day.
Oh no. Oh yeah, we got the elemental as
really
well.
wanna
Forgot about
risk.
that.
Oh yeah, I need
What?
the sheet for elemental.
Yeah.
Water element.
That's
Oh.
got water in it.
Got that in.
That's what.
In that case, Gregor will turn his attention to the 2 spellcasters. One against Cam, one against Delora. Cam,
Won't even hit.
20 to hit.
That hits.
Stop talking shit, Cam. Trot. I'm trot.
Talk shit, get hit.
I ship it. Cam drop. You don't need that many.
Oh god, that means he's rolled really high.
At least he's on our side.
I'm gonna roll
I
a.
am on your side.
That's what I said.
32 regular damage and then 5 fire damage, so 37. As this giant hammer, this flaming warhammer of immense size just comes smashing down.
Trelamar, save us.
Elora,
Only one.
21 to hit Elora.
Of course it fucking hits.
I'm just checking. Like, I didn't think a 17 would hit Juto, but it did. I thought it would hit her, but it didn't.
I've got my buckler bracer thing.
That's true.
Is there any chance that like an enemy could just die from a heart attack or something?
Nope.
Or an asthma attack?
He factored in
They need to make a
lifelong genetic
constitution.
37 points of damage.
37 points of damage.
I mean, these are giants. These are huge, super strong, trained warriors.
But he's a
damage
fire
actually?
giant, so he's around a lot of smoke, so he might have like really bad
lungs.
smoke lungs.
Unfortunately, that's all he can. Well, he's not going to move. He's just going to kind of. He might reposition himself.
Cough check.
Just kind of turn a little
How
bit.
old does he look?
Not old enough. Trelamar elite.
Well,
Come on,
I
Charlie.
will use my water elemental against
Okay.
Gregor.
So the water elemental comes splooshing water everywhere.
That is a 15.
No.
No,
The
right.
force is not enough to topple the great
Second.
Second one.
giant.
That's better.
Oh, my God.
17, 18, 19,
Yeah.
20, 21, 22, 23.
That's going to hit.
Yeah, right. And what was it?
On the back.
2d8 plus
Yeah.
4. What's that?
11.
Oh yeah, that is a 1 if it was a 7.
No.
I was like, what was you talking about?
No.
So what's that? So that's 7 and...
Plus 4.
Oh, is it plus 4? Oh yeah, so it's 11.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yep. So the water elemental, the power of this kind of like jet of water kind of pummels him for a bit, but he kind of flinches a little, kind of winces, but it's
Bath.
And for my own attack, seeing as his posterior is in my face, I am going to give him the finger.
of death. So
Yes! Right
what
up
kind of
the
saving
anus.
throw?
It is Constitution.
Oh, damn. He saves against all of these.
What's your DC?
16?
17.
Ah, you bastard!
Half damage. Roll a 7. Plus 10.
Can I
Yeah, I'm trying. All my
stick my
spells
finger
are
up his ass
Constitution.
anyway?
This is why I'm
His arse is
struggling.
so high up, you can't reach.
Granimir, like, peck him on the ass.
Yeah, you can send Granamir, but it kind of pecks him. But yeah, it still does half damage, so
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Yes, half as much.
Okay.
Right, 78. Right.
I have some sparkly
78.
D8s if you need them.
Damn.
Yep. Plus 30, I believe, for Finger of Death.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
So it's a nice
1, 2,
guaranteed
3,
big
4,
chunk of
5,
damage.
7.
And just to point out, if Finger of Death reduced him to 0, he would not turn
But it
into a
was seven.
zombie.
It was
I made this
1,
mistake
2,
in the big
3,
siege.
4, 5.
He's not a humanoid, he is a giant.
All
So
right.
it wouldn't have worked on the previous giant, so I've corrected
Well, it
that.
looked cool.
Also, hold person would not work on a giant.
What's that?
Need hold
Yeah,
giant
'cause it's
spell.
Oh, you need
like
hold
a
monster.
Hold monster.
He's
Plus
human-ish.
6,
Giants
Hold
are not
because
humanoid.
That's
because of the
30.
size of them, they count as
30.
monster.
Divide it.
For
Oh,
hold
humanoids with just
monster.
2 arms, 2 legs.
Fucking math team over here.
27.
27 and then heart is
That's
and then
half.
That
That
is
is
half.
half.
That is half.
Yeah.
So you take
That is
27.
a half, actually, Mark. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, that's why I wanted to check. Okay, so that does seem to kind of send ripples of racking pain through his body. He's like, "Rah! I will deal with you soon enough, you little dark elf. Hot. He calls out. Grunker attacks the other one in her mindless rage, attacking recklessly. That's actually going to miss.
Yeah.
That hits. That misses. But she still
Grunker.
gets.
Can I not just like, hey,
But that does put this giant at the far end. She kind of waits for him as he's kind of leaning down to attack Juto and Reynard. Grunker kind of takes her opportunity. Her first 2 miss, but she kind of wraps the flail around its like greatsword hilt, then kind of pulls herself up as it brings the sword up, cracks him so hard in the face, he stumbles around, blood pouring down his face. He looks like a good, strong blow will kill him.
He needs a good strong blow.
Shut up. Shut up.
be still my beating heart.
Cam Buckland.
I'm going to bonus action quaff a normal potion. Please.
A normal, regular healing potion.
The old normal.
That's going to be 9 hit points.
Wow.
What would my save have to be on concentration?
For
37
Call
damage.
Lightning, so it is half the damage or 10. So you took 37, so 15.
18.
18, yeah. Concentration check of 18.
Is that Constitution?
Yeah. So
19.
I believe you just pass, yeah.
Nice. I'm
Just
going to
no.
cast Bane. And he's coming.
Yes.
Charisma saving throw, please.
Charisma saving throw. Against which one?
Old Gregor.
Gregor. That is a 8.
Oh.
So he has
be
to. You have to roll a d4 and minus that.
Take it away
your
from everything.
saving throw.
Concentration, yes? For you?
The concentration.
Cool.
Wait,
You thinking hard.
how much have you lost? A little bit?
He minuses a d4 from his
every
saving
concentration.
throws.
At the start of your turn, before you cast a spell, because obviously this would think, you make a dexterity saving throw from fire, please.
8.
You take 6 points of fire damage. As you're kind of like the burning heat of this molten rock around you.
The pain.
But then you cast a spell, and now you've got move
action.
action. You
Bonus action.
You couldn't have cast Bane.
Why?
Oh no, bonus action to drink the potion, action to cast Bane, and now you can move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to move?
I'd like to move out of this fire.
Okay.
I'm just going to rotate around towards the water elemental.
So you don't move out of
Put your
this
feet in.
opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, just throw yourself into it.
Yeah, cool your feet
I'm
down.
actually going to. Can I?
Well, you can submerge part of yourself in. Do you want to throw your whole self in?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Great.
How would I do that?
But you kind of put your feet in and cool them off. Steam rising.
It's warm. Weirdly warm.
Yeah. So you move round. He doesn't get the attack opportunity on you. That's your go. In its last death throes, this giant at the end, who knows he's near death, is gonna randomly determine which of the three of you to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Bane also does attack rolls as well. Nice.
That's not for this guy.
No, not for that.
Yeah, good to know.
He's attacking
So is
Grunker.
it 1d4 from
no.
everything then?
It's the best one out of us.
That's a crit as well.
What?
Oh dear.
So
Yeah, Juto doesn't take crits.
What do I?
yeah, I know. It's lucky I randomly rolled, isn't it? 21,
The only person he could have crit.
22, 29.
Legit or crit.
Next t-shirt. Available at store.
This is the crit.
That was the sound of many
Well,
dice
still-
rolling.
Still need to do
Guess Gronk
I
dead.
survived the siege of
Probably.
Talisval.
Yeah, we won't have to do that.
Oh yeah.
55 half.
Oh my god.
27.
Oh, it's because she takes half damage because
she's
she's
raging.
raging, but she's still taking shit tons.
So you watch as this giant, just kind of in its own berserker rage, like Grunker is like hanging off of his greatsword, like by this flail. He just flings it to the ground and then just wah, wah, with these two huge blows. You think that the last blow nearly like decapitate, like it beds into her throat, and you can see that it's just spurting blood just all over her chest. Like there's this huge cut that goes all the way down, like nearly into her chest cavity, and it's just pouring with blood. But her eyes have basically gone completely blood red, and she just doesn't care. She's just like blah. But she looks like she's about to collapse. She
come
looks
back,
as
hasn't
injured
she?
as it does now.
Oh my god.
She looks really, really bad.
Does she have potions on her back?
She's in a rage. She's not going to think to potion up and stuff like that.
While she's like really shaking around, I can just like.
You can try. Reynard, sorry.
I mean, I'm gonna shoot it. A regular shot.
Okay.
Ooh. So that's a million.
2 is going to hit, yeah.
32,
So many
Jesus
sizes of
Christ.
dice.
9, 10, 16.
16 damage. How do you want to kill him?
Yeah.
I want to, as he's like lifting up the greatsword again.
Like almost to like deliver that final blow to Grunker.
Yeah, just right in between the eyes, because I guess he's leaving his guard way open.
It's like leaves his guard way open. You kind of take the moment to aim. And it almost threatens to collapse on you, but then like the last kind of force, the thunder damage force knocks it back kind of thing and sends it toppling down to the ground.
Yay.
Oh, thank you.
This on it.
That's
That was
Hunter's
Hunter's
Mark.
Mark, which
Would
you
we
can now
transfer?
move.
I can move onto him. Then
You got
I
Axel as well.
have an extra attack. I'm going to fire once sharpshooter at him.
Okay.
Oh, no, he's got a lot of AC, not sharpshooter.
Okay. Normal attack.
Oh, that's a good thing too. That's 22.
22 does just hit. Yeah.
Just.
Well, I mean, like, you know, it was over by a few points, not compared to Reynard's normal, like, I've doubled its AC.
Yeah, to be fair, 32.
18 damage.
18.
Yeah.
It brings down his.
Every time he
so if
attacks
he
or
attacks-
saves, he rolls a d4 and minuses that from every check.
Is it a bonus action to give a potion to? I mean, could I give
Bonus
an
action for
action.
you to drink a.
not to feed
Grunka's
it
still
to
up,
her,
though.
but just to give it.
But she's still up, though.
You
not
can, as a bonus action, what you're
Hand
just
her-
trying to put it like in her hand or
hand her a
something.
potion. Yeah.
Where is old Grunk?
You're like Grunka, and you go and put this in her hand. She just kind of whips her head round, and her hands are so tightly gripped on her flails that you can't. Like she's just like, like
Okay.
you can, and like
still up,
she's
though.
like you can see bone and like bits of like musculature like poking out from this
Not the
wound.
most attractive.
It's just gushing.
Why don't you fire a crossbow so that you can like pin that
Stick
part
together.
shoulder?
Good idea. I'd like to do that.
Well, that's going to be pretty much
Like
unless you
a
want to move.
stitch.
Well, I would have moved to her. To do that.
Okay, so can you move Reynard to Grunka?
Is Grunka the brown? Thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
she's that brown character, Dark Souls miniature character.
Very
Okay.
nicely blends
Elora.
into the ground.
So,
Look, I just picked the nearest miniature I could find, all right?
so my call lightning is still up.
Yes, it's
Actually,
still
you know
up.
what? I'm not gonna. It's still up, so I wouldn't have to actually cast, would I?
It's a bonus action for you to call down.
Is it a bonus
I
action?
believe so for call lightning.
It doesn't say that on the
New
card,
entry
but
point.
Does it not?
okay.
No, if it doesn't say it on the card, then it's
Just check,
Yeah,
because I don't want to fuck things up by doing something.
Oh. I mean, I'm not saying no.
I'd like to go home.
Oh, it's use your action to call down lightning in this way. Yeah, so it's your actual action.
Okay, so I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Instead, I'm going to heal some more because wait, actually,
I'm going to stop adding it if you don't call it out when you tell me damage. I'm going to stop adding it.
technically I haven't done anything yet. It's fine.
Character sheet.
Oh no, you've already written sharpshooter at the top.
Oh, what was I just about to do?
What do you
I
want to do?
have a. I need to check the spell because I've got a scroll that I might want to use. But I need to check the range that it has. Do you
What
know the
spell?
range for Mass Cure Wounds?
Oh boy. Mass Cure Wounds is
I don't have the card.
60 feet.
60 feet. So would I get Juto?
Where are you?
I'm here.
Yeah, you would.
So I'd get.
That's like 30 feet.
How many people does Mass Cure Wound?
So, choose up to 6 creatures in a 30-foot radius sphere centered
30
on that point.
foot.
So you pick a
So
point
I
within
pick
60,
a point. So and I
and then
could
anything
get.
within 30-foot radius. So count 30 foot out.
How many people? 6
Yeah,
people.
everybody from his.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could get all of us, including Grunka.
Okay.
What level
Right?
are you going to do it at?
Wait,
Wait, it's a scroll.
it's a level 5 scroll.
Oh, nice. Level 5.
So 1, 2,
Level 5 is
3,
just the base
4,
level, so it's 3d8 plus your wisdom.
6.
You can't get troll in that, can you?
30
Yeah,
feet.
it's I think it should hit the whole bunch.
Yeah, 60 feet.
No, it's a
30
30
feet.
30
foot
foot
radius
from a point.
from a point within 60 feet.
So it's 15 feet around. Is it? From a point?
I believe so.
5, 10.
If I can't hit Trell, he's looking the best out of all of us. I'd like to hit whoever I
So
can.
you can hit
So what
everybody
was
but
it?
Trell. It's
3D8
3d8 plus wisdom.
3d8 plus wisdom.
5 foot.
Kills himself. Yeah, do you want to move? You want to move 5 foot towards the giant man? You'd be entering his attack range. Actually, you're already in it. 'Cause you're within 10
His
feet.
loving embrace.
Does someone else want to roll it?
Yeah, how much is it?
No, it's your spell.
You sometimes roll it.
Really
No,
well.
for potions I roll it.
Yeah.
This is your magical energy that you control.
I can't roll for shit, so this is probably going to be.
You can't. You can't train it.
I did good. 8, 9, 10,
Daniel.
17, 18, 19, 20, 22 points to everyone within that.
Yeah, you can get everyone in it.
Yeah. So Trell gets that too then.
How many, sorry?
So some of Grunka's wound heals.
So that's my action.
That's your action. You pull out the scroll. The scroll is consumed,
Yep.
fizzles away.
And I'm going to give myself another boost as well because I'm pretty shit.
If it's healing word, it's D4s, not D8s.
I can use Cure Wound though, can I?
Nope.
No?
It's an action to use the scroll, so you can't
Okay,
cast the
then.
spell.
Healing word is bonus.
Healing word is a bonus.
Burners.
I figured out the radius hive mind, thank you.
Well, they tell you that the trail was in the range.
Yeah, yeah.
There are Google.
Okay.
Okay. You done?
Yes.
Okay. Juto.
How messed up does Grunks look?
Pretty bad. Like, she still looks really injured. Like,
How much do we all get?
she could... One hit from that
22.
giant will kill her.
She's
And
further away.
she's going
Wait,
to
no.
charge
She
towards
got 22 hit points. though.
Yep.
Still
Yep.
fucked.
How does Gregor?
Like, she was near death.
She's
She
probably
was
on-
like...
Yeah,
three.
but she's not
And how does
as
but
bad as she
you know
was.
how hard
How
these
does-
giants hit.
Gregor look?
Huh?
How does Gregor look?
Pretty bad,
Okay.
but still definitely could probably fight for a
Go
bit.
for it. Please, may I give Grunker a superior healing potion?
So you want to jump on Grunker and like force it down her throat, basically.
Also, like, I don't know, can I like use my elemental, like not my power, but you know how she has like attunement, is it?
Yeah, you can do like minor
So
tricks and things like
yeah.
that with the elements.
Can I like cauterize her wound?
You can. It won't really provide any additional healing because the potion is going to, you know, do that. That'd be more like if you wanted to make a medicine check to stabilize somebody, stop them bleeding out.
Yeah.
This is like if you're pouring the healing potion, that will do that by natural, you know, regeneration anyway. So,
Okay.
so
Would
it's
it make her like open her mouth like ah?
you could definitely like
'Cause she's
burn her.
shouting.
Like she goes to scream and like hit you, and then you're just like "Wah!" down her throat. Yeah.
Would that give me any sort of advantage?
No, it still takes your action. You don't need to make a check. It's just it's your action to force feed her a potion.
I'm gonna force feed her a potion.
Okay, so superior, right?
Yes.
So that is, I believe,
go
8d4
over
plus 8.
Yeah.
Come on, Grunks.
15, 20, 32.
Nice.
Yeah, and with that, you watch as pretty much most of the wound heals. Like, she's still bleeding from other cuts and things like that. You can hear kind of like bones kind of snap back together, but she's still injured. But yeah, that takes off most of the immediate threat. You still have a bonus action. You moved up towards Gronka, but you've still probably got some movement left. Depends what you want to do.
Could I do I don't know, could I do a medicine check then? Is it just to try and help her more?
I mean, no.
'Cause I've still got,
medicine
like,
is
a-
if somebody's dying,
Okay.
you can bandage their wound, stop them bleeding. In terms of like, you have no way of restoring hit points necessarily.
Okay. I don't really think there's anything else I can do.
Yeah. Okay. Do you just want to
What
move
have you got
anywhere,
left?
or
You got like you've done 20 feet of
20
movement.
feet? Okay, so I've got 30 feet left.
you can? Yeah, you can pretty much go anywhere you need to.
Can I move up?
I didn't actually
I
know you
want to
could
go
do
to the
that.
top of this building.
What?
I didn't know you
Split
could
movement.
Yeah.
Yep. You can
And
move,
that
make an
goes to the
attack, and then
top.
move if you want.
No.
Yeah, you can easily climb up onto a building.
I'm gonna go chimney.
Okay. Yeah, you just run up the walls
Bye.
in your particular style. Gregor, heavily wounded, heavily bleeding, is just like. You think even if I die here that you win? The others, they will destroy your city. My princess will rule, but not before I kill the one that's keeping you all alive. And he's going to come down on Elora because she's healing everybody.
-4.
I'm gonna die.
Doesn't have minus D4.
I have terrible AC.
So that's going to be 15.
No!
Holy shit.
First attack.
Just!
Bane. You feel like Avandra's, and it was literally because of that Bane, Avandra's hand, you kind of just feel it just nudge the hammer ever so slightly that it slams next to Elora, and then his second strike
Does she
comes
hear a
up.
faint boop?
That one is going to be a 22 to hit.
I can take
Well,
that. I'm still
half
up. I
the
can
amount
take
you
that,
should
I
have got.
think. If I got 2, I wouldn't have been able to take it, but I think I can take 1.
That's what she's...
Wait.
Forgot fire damage.
Couldn't stop myself, I'm sorry.
33.
Okay. I'm up.
Lost 1 point of fire damage. So with that second attack, he just kind of like knocks you to the side this time, and just kind of lets out this howl of rage. Trelemar, before you take your turn, you feel a vibration around your wrist.
Oh no.
You feel it vibrate, and an image of a dark-haired, kind of slicked-back elf. You recognize an Elistri in this kind of holographic image. He is heavily like he's got blood pouring down his face. He looks like his hair's a mess. He's covered in dust, or almost looks like scorch marks or like blast markings. And you just hear kind of like a faint, kind of heavily panted voice, just like, "Trelemar, Listen to Leech Tree. The dragon, we've wounded it really badly, but it's gotten free. Something's happened to Cassandra. Spheria's unconscious. I've stabilized him, but there's nothing more I can do. I'm spent. I don't know where it's headed, but I need to let you and the others know. And then the message just cuts off. Oh boy. Your turn.
He said they're stabilized though.
No, he said Sphria was stabilized.
There's something wrong with
Cassandra. Oh, snap, lead.
Well, she's got the, you know,
Did the water elementals
Might have gotten
HP
through it,
go up
though.
as well? When
If Elora chose to include it.
I don't think I had enough. I got 6 people, right?
okay.
So yeah, so no, I didn't.
No, because I got
I mean,
Grunka.
who cares? It's an elemental.
Yeah.
Elementals are people too.
Nah, they're like familiars and summon fake creatures.
Familiars
They're
are
not real.
people too.
Familiars aren't people.
Well,
I'll attack with the water elemental.
Water boy.
Water boy. Hey!
17.
That went through
Plus-
so many single-digit numbers.
gonna hit.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Hits. Can this water boy?
It was 2d8.
2d8.
who would win? Fire giant versus
6, 7, 8,
Soaky
9,
boy.
10.
Soaky boy. 10 points.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
the second
So this
one.
first kind of blast of water kind of staggers Gregor to the side.
water boy.
That's a 10 plus 17.
No.
The dark iron armor just kind of.
He's done well.
I don't know what to do,
Yes,
guys,
yeah.
because I've only got 1 spell slot left. And
You know what time it's for.
anyway, it's gonna be.
You've got to blast them.
Just
yeah.
do as much damage as you
Do what
can.
feels right.
Blast them.
I'll blast it.
Why not?
Yeah.
For old time's sake.
For all time's sake, before he pummels me to death with that great big hammer.
He won't.
No, Elora's still standing.
Yeah.
He's got to kill Elora before he starts, and then he'll probably try and kill her.
Well,
Yet.
that one didn't work.
Hits, doesn't it?
That was a 19? Oh, fuck's sake. Well,
19 doesn't hit him. I
well,
thought 19 did.
29 then.
No, it doesn't.
19 shouldn't hit.
29 though.
29?
29 will hit, yes.
Yeah, well.
The 19 just misses it.
Yeah, he's in the 20s.
I thought he was 19 last time we fought him.
No.
Genuinely thought he was 19.
No, I think what we had was like 20s and
Does
18s
Bane
and
help
things
with
like
that at
that, but
all?
never like a...
Not against AC. No, it affects his saving throws, attack rolls, skill checks.
Ooh.
15.
I might have had a 19 hit him by mistake, but his AC is 20.
No, I think it was around that.
That was a 10.
10
Plus
points.
5, 15.
Nice.
Nice.
15 points. Okay. That is going to be.
He explodes.
He's looking very bad.
He actually
So
so
that
petrol canisters around his
the,
belt.
the blast does hit him, and like it basically, where you've been chipping away at his armor and things like that, the blast finally kind of bursts through and kind of causes this huge kind of chunk of metal to kind of dig into his flesh. He kind of lets out this like.
Oh, can I run as well? Can I hide behind this little?
Okay,
You're within attack
you
range.
will be attack of opportunity if you run because he's got reach.
Oh shit. Maybe not then. I'll just stay where I am and just face the music.
I mean, if I was a
Face
cruel
the
DM, I'd be like,
music.
you said you were running, but no, it's fine. Yeah, you can stay where you are. Yep, it's fine.
I go to run and then I go ah.
He's
Okay.
got reach.
He like,
Yep.
looks at you, his eyes glare a
Can
little.
you charge Grunker towards him, please?
Oh, Grunka, no!
Reckless attack.
Fine.
Natural 20 on the first. Her second attack misses, and her third attack hits. So let's do the critical hit first.
Nice.
Although fire damage doesn't work against him.
Is he immune then?
Yeah, to
To
fire.
fire, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. 9. It's gonna
Good thing I decided not to hellish rebuke
be, yeah.
or go for fire stance. You can't tell, but I'm smiling a smug smile over here.
So Grunker's first hit just clocks him right in the stomach, where this kind of metal's being bent in. She now bends it in from the other direction, and you almost swear you can hear some sort of organ pop or something like that. And then
Your
she just
descriptions of gore today are on point, Mark, I must say.
Told you I'm hangry. And then she kind of you just watch as this hot Grunker's face just twists into this orcish kind of grin, snarl, she just is just this is for fucking hurting Reynard, and then she just slams the last one into his chest,
She says
where
with a
she's
hole.
already bent it, and this time the ice does take an effect as well, and yeah, I mean he had 2 hit points left, so she just kind of goes wham, and then just this ice just kind of
Oh,
and he just collapses.
I want to loot the corpses.
I mean,
Yep. There is 3 sets of huge-sized black iron plate mail.
Into the bag.
One huge-sized warhammer. What's your strength?
Like -1.
You can't lift them.
Can I lift?
You can lift them if you
Wait,
want.
what is it?
It's 3 huge-sized black iron plate sets. One normal-looking huge warhammer. One normal-looking
warhammer.
huge greatsword.
Can I wield
and
the
then Gregor's huge flaming warhammer, which definitely is different from the rest.
Can I wield it?
You can wield it. Are you proficient in martial weapons?
I don't ever.
Probably not.
Also, because although you are
No, I don't think I am.
you are super strong, it's so unwieldy to use because your size isn't enough. Like, it's almost like Monster Hunter, right? Like,
Not
Yeah.
you're
violent.
like swinging it around. You could try, but you'd be at disadvantage with any attack rolls.
Nah, it's fine. I'll leave it.
Do they have
I was just
anything
curious.
like Broken Sky-y, like, you know, walkie-talkie to Felania
No.
or
Nope.
No stones.
Nope.
no
They had
protection?
something that was protecting them from lightning.
It was
though,
on
right?
the plate.
It's on the plate,
On the
and you can
plate.
see it's like one of these giant runes that you've seen before, that this runic magic is kind of embedded into the blackout iron plate
No
itself.
potions, no.
No.
are there any other runes on the armor?
Not on the armor, no.
Okay.
So what did you say? You said 3 plate sets, 1 fire hammer, one,
Huge plate sets.
1 regular.
Like, basically, these will not fit anybody that is not a fire giant.
No,
Yeah.
I could use it as like siege defense.
You could certainly give it to blacksmith to, like, you know, slag or like turn into
no
you know,
time.
cut apart.
Friends, what messages did you get? What do we hear?
I regale you with the message of the shit that is happening.
Well, we can't let that
one
dragon.
from-
Thunderfang's
Three.
gone.
Yeah, remember what you remember, like.
Can I, from like somewhere high, look and see if
On
I
a
can
chimney.
see the dragon? Because this is a big fucking dragon.
Perception check.
Yeah, can I look to the sky?
Advantage because it's a big fucking dragon.
Nope. It's a big fucking city.
Can I look to the skies and see if I see? Or
19.
So you just want to look up at the sky? Is there anything you're looking for, or?
Big fucking dragon.
I know what you're looking for.
Oddities.
Yeah,
Right.
that, and also if there's any buildings or anything that have the damage that looks like Thunderfang has.
Perception check.
14.
14. So, looking up at the sky, thick clouds, you can see that there is storm magic in the clouds, and lightning bolts are hitting the city at various points. But that seems to just be some sort of, perhaps some sort of storm spell Falani is using, or the ship is doing, or something like that. You're not quite sure. But yeah, there's definitely, you know, lightning strikes are coming down and hitting the city as well. It's pouring rain. All unnatural weather. You don't get a sense of where any creatures might be. You looking around, you are currently in the very middle of the city, in the guild quarter. Looking around, you don't immediately see the dragon. You hear roaring. You hear like draconic roaring. You can hear screaming. You can hear the sounds of battle coming from everywhere. You don't see the Roke, however.
Oh.
Interesting.
Either
You're like looking around.
Gone.
You can't see.
We
where
haven't
that
heard.
might
We haven't heard from
Felix
Felix.
in the Erie, but he didn't have a thing.
be. He did not have a thing. No.
No.
We need to go to Nalistri because Cassandra is down. And there's something I could do to help.
Well,
very
the
sad.
dragon is gone. If anything, we need to stop the hobgoblins, which are currently
Have demons.
demoning.
But Sferia and Cassandra are out. That's 2 allies that we could get
Though,
back.
to be fair, they are currently not under attack themselves because Thunderfang's gone. Right?
We're not at the strength to be able to fight anything. I'm severely injured now.
I don't think we have a
I'm
choice.
alright.
Is there any way? Could we get to Amy?
Could we slip the party?
We could.
No.
Let's not do that.
Last time we did that, somebody died.
Where is Amy at the moment?
You
She's
know that she
not
was at the
great.
Southern Gates with Korak because
Yeah.
she's kind of needed to heal.
Okay.
She's needed to support the
And that's
troops.
quite far from here, right? Because it's central.
That's
Yeah.
all the way down Journeyman's Run. That's like, if you were to do it on foot, it'd be like, you know, an hour. You know, you'd have to literally run there. You'd probably be exhausted. You'd probably take a level of exhaustion depending on con saves if you ran all the way to the Southern Gate.
I don't think we need to go and get her.
Because you are central, it is easier for you to get to other districts. You know, wherever you want to head to, you can reach there. If you take your time, it will probably be about 2 hours to get to either Whisper's Walk, the graveyard district, or to go and try and locate, because you don't actually know where Nalistri was fighting the dragon. You know that he was sent there to try and, prevent it.
What was the other message we got last time?
Trixania, basically.
That was about
saying-
the hobgoblins,
Yeah.
It was garbled. You basically
summoning
heard
demons.
Trixania's voice kind of say something along the lines of like, hobgoblins, demons, summoning, something, and then it cut out.
I think we need to deal with that.
Yeah.
Well, can you contact them backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
you
You
can
can
try.
send a
Yeah.
message.
We could always leave a message with the Nalistri, just basically saying if anything different changes, then.
Yeah.
I mean, or
Yeah,
are we
it's
going?
just free to activate. It's you basically have to. It's like casting a spell. You focus for an action, you concentrate, and then you can send an
Is
illusion.
it a one-way thing?
It's you send a message and then you have to wait for a response.
Ask him if he needs us, or if he's okay for us to go to the demons.
And if not, tell them to let us know if they sight the dragon and let us know where it is.
Okay.
So you're sending that message, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. You send that. A minute later, you get a message back from the Nalistri. The kind of face kind of appears. You can all see it now that Trell's kind of, you're not focused on the giants. You can all see Trell talking to this kind of illusion. He just kind of, it cuts in. He's like, I don't think there's anything you can do. I've stabilized Spheria, but Cassandra's gone. The dragon was headed towards the southern gate. I couldn't follow it. I wouldn't have been able to do a damn thing. And then it just, the message ends.
Towards the southern gate.
We can revive her. We
we
have
can.
the technology.
We do. So long as her body's kept safe. We need to focus on other things. More people could die.
If the dragon is heading towards the south gate, that's where everyone.
That's where Amy and Lady Amy
Do we
and
go
Correct
there?
are.
Or
And also, I guess all of our forces as well. Like,
There's a large contingent, yeah.
that's
where
also
the
a
enemy
large
were
force that
focused.
can face
might be able
it
to
while we
fuck them
fight
up.
the hobgoblins. Because we can't leave that threat.
there is a lot.
Trixania's failed.
There is a lot of ballista on that wall as well.
And if it's already badly wounded.
Could well be wounded by Nalistri and Spheria. So I think we need to go to the hobgoblins. It
Yeah.
seems like they were the worst off.
I guess.
I'm wiped.
We can't have a 8-hour rest.
No,
Can't
but a short rest because
In an hour, that dragon could kill everybody. And
I know, but I'm
hobgoblins.
just telling you, I'm going to be useless in a fight.
Have you
I've got
any
barely any
potions or anything
spells.
you can-
I could
It's
go-
going to do nothing
You
for
can
me at
wild
this
shape.
point.
Can we not at least go and recon?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, I'm just telling you that I'm very low
As we're
on
going,
everything.
you should send Trixania a message just to tell her that we are on the way.
Yeah.
You don't get a message back.
Right.
Yeah, we
So-
need to go.
Yeah, we
Well, as in, like, that is on your way. You're
Yeah.
sending that message as
Yeah,
you go.
yeah,
You make your way through the city. The city of Talis Val, it's devastated. As you wander through, buildings have been collapsed. You see buildings have been dropped on other buildings by the Roke or the Dragon. You hear cannon fire from the airship, just this kind of kaboom, and then buildings exploding. You can see storms, like literally bolts of lightning raining down, smashing down onto the buildings all around them and things like that. You hear screams, you can hear the sounds of distant battle, but you can see troops running back and forth, delivering messages and things like that as well. It seems to be, what you gather from passing soldiers and the fact that there aren't Broken Sky within the city yet, the outer defense is holding. They have not made their way inside the city, the ground-based forces. Whatever, holding off the giants, sending the others to deal with the other threats has at least prevented, the defenders from being kind of overrun. You make your way through into Whisper's Walk, this kind of graveyard undead district where you once found, once dealt with various undead foes and found an entrance to the Underdark, in fact. And as you make your way in there, you begin to see bodies of feathery, blacked cloak individuals that you recognize as the priests of the Raven Queen, the ones, Jonathan Knightsbrook, the ones that you befriended. You see other priests wearing sort of flame-like robes, all in different sort of suits of armor and things like that, belonging to the priests of Palor. And as you make your way through, you can see that there's been some pretty severe battles. You also notice bodies of hobgoblins, quite elite-looking troops, very well-made custom armor, very sharp, perhaps even some minorly magical swords kind of lying around, just kind of scattered all over the place. You see signs of battle, and then as you get closer, you eventually make your way into the large, actual, proper full graveyard, kind of making your way through. First thing I need everybody to do is I need everybody to make stealth checks.
Yeah.
And then after that, I will need everybody to make survival checks.
Ooh.
I will roll for Grunka, who has come out of her rage, and you can see she is like, "Whoa, that hurt." So that is a pretty good for Grunks, actually. Elora,
20.
Cam,
5.
Juto,
19.
Shalimar,
5.
Stealth.
Reynard,
21.
Okay,
Me and Cam.
so as you're making your way through, the three of you very quickly pick up that they are not masking the noises in their presence. Things like Cam is often leaning far too
Blowing my
outwards,
nose.
like doing things. Trelemar is more like a lack of awareness. Like he's so tall that often he's like you can see like his hair over like walls. You drag him down to make sure he's crouching and things like that.
Yeah.
Or you may remind him to recall Granamir, who's flying around and stuff like that, like give away your position. Between the group of you, you manage to stay fairly hidden and you don't encounter any forces. You do occasionally maybe hear like the sounds of like a distant battle or something like that, but you kind of try and focus on your objective. I think it makes sense for Elora to do this because she's kind of the tracker of the group. Can you do a survival check for me? You can have advantage because yeah.
I
Or
rolled
you
a
can
survival,
yeah.
and it was a 19.
She's got the Outlander background. which kind of makes
28.
sense. 28.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Well,
Make a check as well.
yeah, fine. She
Sure,
wins.
You can kind of track
10.
the process. You're kind of like following things. You're listening out to where sounds of battle are coming from, and you very quickly kind of pick up, following the bodies. You kind of begin to hear chanting, and as you kind of draw to a close, you can see just in front of you. It's kind of like a large open square, kind of mausoleums kind of surrounding it. This kind of large open space, and you can see quite a few of these kind of fallen priests' bodies kind of scattered around, along with some hobgoblins, but there are 3 hobgoblins still standing. One stands in the very center and is wearing full plate armor, carries a wicked-looking spear, which kind of almost begins to, short sword in one hand and a tower shield, like a Roman legionary shield, and the sword actually glows and kind of almost drips with ice or like cold liquid. And he's kind of got that in his hand and he's looking quite stern and watching around. Ahead of him, standing on either side of a magical circle, embedded into the ground with glowing runes, are 2 hobgoblins in dark red robes, their kind of hoods up, and you can see them holding staffs with a symbol of a pentagram, like a 6-starred symbol, and they're kind of banging these things down, and they are conversing with a creature inside the magic circle. You can see that she has the lower half of a snake with 6 arms, each wielding a deadly-looking blade, serrated blade. She has the face of a very cold, calm woman. Long black hair tied back. She wears like metal breastplate on her top half. And she kind of has some of the swords kind of like loose at her side. Some of them seem ready. And she's talking with these 2 hobgoblins. Elora, with your passive perception, you see the body of Barris on the ground, dead, impaled, like cut apart. Okay. And you also see, desperately hiding, like trembling with fear, you see Trixania like tucked away into a small building, badly wounded. You can see she's bleeding heavily from like her abdomen. Her whole like left heart side of her face is blasted with fire, and she's just shaking, and she's just trying to stay super quiet, completely paralyzed with fear.
Can I understand what they're saying, given that I have Tongue of the Sun and Moon?
Yes, and I believe you do you speak Abyssal anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know this language from, it's an ancient infernal language of fiends. You can kind of listen in, they don't seem to have noticed you yet, and the warlocks are speaking with this creature, and you hear them, "Great Druskella, please, Asmodeus has sent you to us to benefit the woman that we are working with. We need your assistance in killing several individuals within the city. We beseech your great power." And you hear the woman kind of speaking back. "Of course, Lord Asmodeus has sent me, but the matter of payment must be discussed. He requires 100 living souls captured from this city in exchange for 8 hours of my service. You look like you wanted to.
Yes. Juto, what are you hearing? Okay. I could dominate one of those people's minds and potentially convert this thing to attack the hobgoblins. If I'm good enough.
They were talking about 100 living souls, though.
Yeah, 100 living souls could be hobgoblins. And any other broken sky.
The force is outside.
And if they resist it?
They can have fire giants.
Then we fight.
Fine.
At least it will be distracted so that you can kill the other one and stop this from being completed.
Before we go into this, just to let you know, my spells are low. If I go into wild shape, I can't heal you.
That's fine.
It's fine.
You just be a shape.
While you're having this discussion, you begin to, Juto, hear them like, very well, the agreement is being made.
Shit.
And then you see them pulling out basically what appears to be some sort of stone tablet from their robes.
Very quickly.
Engraved.
In my brain.
They begin pouring blood over it.
In my brain heads.
Yep.
Listening to the living souls, would Juto know from her demonic ancestry if hobgoblin or fire giant or dragon souls would be a...
Arcana check.
Yeah, would that work?
Be an Arcana check. This is not necessarily related to tiefling
18.
lineage. In 18, you've heard of rituals. People assume that every tiefling is a warlock. Everybody assumes that tieflings are bonded to the archdevil Asmodeus, this kind of like ruler of the nine hells, because of your appearance and everything else. And a lot of tieflings do become swayed by that and become warlocks, and you've heard stories from the survivors that you've rescued of people that have done so, that have made contracts with devils to gain powers to get freedom. Generally, a soul is a soul. Undead creatures generally wouldn't count, but any living creature has a soul, and any living creature can be sent to the nine hells to do work. So it would count. And you watch, as you're kind of remembering that, you see them beginning to pour blood over this tablet.
Gonna cast
So I super
So you
quickly,
cast Dominate Person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm super quickly going to say, can Mel take any living souls? They're going to start the ritual. Go!
Dominate Person, yes?
Yes.
spell
So
save?
it is a
18 is a spell save.
wisdom saving throw against an 18.
And you are casting it on one of the two robed figures,
Yeah, the speaking with
the creature.
the creature. 60 feet radius range.
Okay.
Allow a small fart to concentrate.
That gives
Is
us
it
away.
a stealthy one? Is it a silent but violent or a squeaker?
It's a squeak.
Okay. Are you trying to cast this without being detected?
Yes.
Stealth check, please, because it is a verbal and somatic spell, which means that you have to gesture and speak. And everything else. I'll allow it.
17 plus
D4.
3, 20 plus
Plus a
D4, 22.
So 22, yeah? Okay.
Lots of different people.
As you gesture, you begin weaving the spell of the magic, you offer a prayer to Avandra and take it. You feel the warlock come under your control.
It worked!
Because you weren't technically fighting it at the time, otherwise it would have got advantage on the saving throw. While the target is charmed, you have a telepathic link with it as long as the two of you are on the same plane of existence. You can use this telepathic link to issue commands to the creature while you are conscious, which it does its best to obey. If the creature completes the order and doesn't receive further directions, it defends it and preserves itself to the best of its ability. You can use your action to take total and precise control of the target until the end of your next turn. So if you want to tell it what to say, all you can do for your action is you direct it. You're focusing your mind and controlling it like a puppet. Otherwise, you can say, do this thing, and then you can do other things, right? So you can give it an order and say, attack that other guy, and then you can carry on doing other stuff. Right? Each time the target takes damage, it makes a new wisdom saving throw. And if it succeeds the spell, it saves. If you tell it to kill itself, it automatically will get a saving throw to get out of it, basically.
Basically, I'm going to say to it
Okay.
to use everything in its power to change this pact to kill the hobgoblins instead.
Okay, so you do this. As you do that and you kind of send this message, the figure in the armor, its head turns and looks to where you guys were hiding. It only sees you at this time. It's just like, someone is there. What are you doing? The warlock on the other side is just, it's suddenly kind of like, no, no, no. And it begins wiping the blood away from the tablet. No, this is wrong. And he turns to the creature, and you begin to hear the two warlocks now are arguing. It's telling the creature to turn on the broken sky and the other forces. The other one is like, what are you doing, brother? This is not what we decided. And they begin talking. I'm going to make a couple of quick checks. That is probably going to be initiative, just because the guy has seen Cam. So.
Well, I tried.
It's good. At least
You
like,
stop them completing it, which is a very big, important matter.
I think so. I got this as well.
Oh, okay. I'll take my fucking book.
So what does that mean for the snake thing? Is that still there?
We don't.
Well, I'll tell you in a second.
We don't know yet.
She's just hanging out.
I'm just writing
Technically,
initiative
she's
orders.
not
Yeah,
had
she can't
anything
do
signed
anything
to her.
until
So,
she's been
well,
signed to
unless she does it of her own accord, which seems like she wants to be paid for her work, though.
Yeah, fiends always.
Well, I would say Cam knows the spell Magic Circle. It can't actually leave the circle. It's trapped in there for the time being.
Yeah, because it's not been summoned.
To finish.
As in,
right.
Yeah, it's
I've
not.
got a
The
lot
pact
of
has been sealed.
shit
Once the pact is
Good
sealed,
way to
we're
summon a
boned.
demon. Good way to summon a demon is put a magic circle down first.
Okay.
I don't know why.
So,
I've done that so many times.
Jessica's is 15.
I do it in my basement.
Does that go away, though, if the person who's casting it dies?
What? The magic circle.
Or does that, like, stay?
It depends who cast it. I don't know.
Right, Grunker, initiative.
I think it just lasts an hour. It's not concentration, so it just lasts.
Ilora,
8.
initiative. 8.
Yeah.
Cam,
8. 9. Yeah, 8.
Juto,
I got 20 hit points.
15.
That was
Trollamar,
an element.
22.
Reynard.
25.
All right, you
Okay.
go first.
So,
Make
He
it
gets
good.
advantage on.
Reynard's going to go first, but to give you a description, and during the break, I will make a new map. But we'll have to do that during the break, because I don't want to lean over and do it now. What you see happen is the creature in the circle kind of becomes irritated, and you can't understand what it's saying. It's kind of speaking this kind of tongue. But it's kind of like, and it's looking in Cam's direction, but you're not sure if it's seen him or not. Actually.
Tuck his little bandana down. I know.
Oh, no, it does. It sees him.
Okay.
Its kind of eyes kind of almost drift towards Cam quite a lot. And you then see the warlocks are arguing, and one is actually trying to like scribe into this new tablet, and the other one is trying to stop him, basically. You see them kind of wrestling. But the warlord-less figure kind of just turns around. Kill him! And it's talking to the non-dominated warlock. It kind of just goes, kill him. He's been influenced somehow. I'll deal with whoever is there. It's likely that witch that we dealt with earlier. Perhaps she's finally mustered the courage to face us. And begins like...
Can I like translate this to them?
Yeah, sure.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I would have
Reynard.
seen them trudging towards us. So that
What's with these lights?
the
Just-
two hobgoblins,
Just so I can
one
make
of them
it
is
clear
killing the
which
other.
one's our one and which one's their one.
Okay.
Like, that's what I'm trying to do is say,
In that case, I want to stop the one that's about to kill our
So you're going
hobgoblin.
to fire at that guy.
I'm going to
okay?
fire at him, and I'm going to hunter's mark him as well.
Okay.
So I'm also going to
They're about 100 feet away at this point. They're like 100 feet, like in this large kind of, more probably like 70 feet.
I'm going to sharpshooter as well.
Okay. Good luck.
Oh, that's not good. 11, 21, minus 5, 16.
16.
That was a nice little song, Tom.
Sure.
11, 1,
It's in the High Rollers soundtrack.
16 will hit.
Really?
Oh.
Yep.
these ain't giants, yo.
They're not heavily armored,
They
are
are
they?
dead.
Oh, one is plate.
Whoa, holy
Jesus.
moly.
That's going in the High Rollers stat page.
Humble brag.
13, 16. Oh, my brain. 16, 22
up
plus
to-
10, 32 damagios.
Nice.
32. Hot wow.
Diggity.
And he also explodes because of the thunder damage.
So this bolt flies out of the shadows, like sends him knocking back. As it hits him, he kind of like snaps up. His eyes lock onto yours. He summons his blood, which turns to fire, and he hellish rebukes. That's a dexterity saving throw, please.
That's what Jito does.
What saving throw?
Dexterity, please.
26.
What? That's ridiculous.
Oh, plus 9.
Yeah, so you pass. You're going to take half damage. Just trying to remember, at 5th level, it would be, it's 3d10, but you cast it at 2nd level or something like that, I think. So it goes
Here's my thing.
3, 4, 5, 6 d10.
Can I, like, you know, use more D10 on my one? That'd be nice.
That's going to be 10 points of fire damage. That's already halved. So you watch as this fire kind of like whoosh, launches out and engulfs you as you kind of with the first bolt.
Well,
but he kind of staggers back and is looking at this bolt in his chest like, no!
Through that
Fools!
fire, I want to shoot again at him, and 19 minus 5, 14.
14.
Yeah.
Still hits.
What's it now?
It's like mages wearing robes.
I know, but you never know.
You got the drop on.
You never know.
8, 5, 13, 19, 29.
To hit or damage?
Damage.
Oh, you sharpshooted, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's why I was like...
And I've got the hunter's mark as well.
Okay. You watch as it explodes his chest. Just evaporates.
Jesus.
Okay.
Just scatters everywhere. You watch as the creature inside the circle just kind of... Like, just, you see this, like, fanged smile, like, this kind of, like, grin.
Okay. I want to
Smile.
Yeah, kind of.
and
But
say,
evil-
that's 1 of 100!
You hear in your mind, actually, in your head, you just hear her like, very good. Well done.
We can do more of that.
And you, Cam, in your head, just hear just like, I take it you're the one controlling this little friend here.
Yes, do you want better friends?
Certainly.
Waffles.
Very good. Well, shall we take... with that, this probably is the best time.
She is so excited at the prospect of waffles.
This is probably the best time to take a break. Probably ever so slightly longer than normal, but we'll be back as soon as we can. Don't go anywhere. This could get quite interesting.
100 waffles!
Cam, that's not the safe word.
Pineapple!
See you soon.
See you later.
Now hey-yo, you rascals, with your bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes won't be high. Hey, the master of concealment and an adept at disguise, with years is when he's seeking past the husband what's the lie. He's slain many a villain, be a dragon or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, war and passion, and he sings this song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. The wrinkled bud is looking so as breeze are on behind. The world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So let your rocks propose a toast to these drunken friends of mine. A hero journeyed far and wide, but it riches, gold and magic. But he never found his true love song, and it made him sad in time.
Mademoiselle Molly was walking, he was shot as he was singing.
And I made him fair from over there with a bow, and she was mine. She apologized profusely, said she thought it was a quarrel, and she carried him to the nearest inn, where she nursed him back to life. Well, it fell in love directly, and she married him that night. So the half they have, they cut me up a song about their time. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so much sweeter up behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters gobbling here at the side. So lift your rose and toast to these broken friends of mine.
Hello, and welcome back to a now waffly High Rollers. You join us in the middle of another exciting battle, this one a little bit more unplanned, as the party have made their way to the Whispers Walk, the graveyard district of Talisval, having heard reports that the hobgoblin elites that they saw descending into the city the previous session were attempting some sort of demon summoning ritual. Upon arrival, they've discovered many bodies, including that of the young Barris. Trixania kind of stunned into a sort of like fear-induced state, paralyzed state, and 2 warlocks attempting to make some sort of contract with some sort of fiendish creature, a 6-armed woman with a snake-like body, who is currently encased in a magic circle.
One of the warlocks is dead.
What's that?
One of the warlocks is dead. He's dead.
One of the warlocks is indeed dead.
And the other?
And the other is currently dominated by Cam Buckland. Dominus.
They're into that shit.
Where does it say? Oh, okay. Cool. So, it is currently Trelamar's go.
Hello.
Sorry, I was reading something.
I would like to Eldritch Blast the warlock that isn't possessed by Cambuck.
He is
He's
dead.
dead. He's dead. Forget
Raynar
about it.
killed him.
He's gone.
So this guy is the...
He's a warlord.
And he's a warlord, is
This
he?
guy.
Yeah, he appears to be some sort of like...
I thought that's who you killed.
No, so there were 2 warlocks in red robes
Right.
that were
No,
doing the
super
magic
scary dude,
circle.
still alive.
And then there's a guy in full plate armor with a tower shield and a short sword, like looking very Roman legionary, but you can tell he's a hobgoblin.
But is this is the one that Cam's dominated then?
Yes.
This one here.
Yes.
The orangey one.
And then the other guy with the red cape with a sort of more humanoid miniature is
He's the
the armored fellow. And then the gargoyle is the best thing I had for this kind of creature.
Well, in that case, I will Eldritch Blast the warlord
Okay,
3 times.
go for it.
He's here. I'll move
Can't
him.
see it. Could we get the battle map, please, Sam? Possible.
If it might need to shift it around.
Don't die, all right?
Oh, Trell.
So we've got a 16,
Nope.
a 16,
Raises up his shield,
a 19.
hits,
Yay.
just. What about the other one?
That was a 16 as well.
That was also a 16.
Yeah,
Two 16s
and a
yeah,
19.
okay, so the 19 hits. He just raises the shield.
Fine, at least he gets 3 attempts at it.
7.
7 points of damage. It just kind of like knocks him a bit. Like it still hits the shield, but you kind of get the sensation that you maybe knocked him off balance a bit, or kind of caused him to like brace. And he just kind of grunts.
He sprained his wrist.
Have it. You get.
He just kind of like, you just see this kind of very stoic, very dark, bags under his eye, flat nose, kind of hobgoblin face, just kind of look up.
Need some sleep. Bags under those eyes. Bad.
Feels like me.
Can I hide behind that building now?
You're gonna hide behind,
Yes.
yeah? Okay.
Don't hide behind me!
There's nowhere else to hide. Everyone's behind the building.
I think I sorted him out, guys. You just. You finish him off.
Can I do an insight check on that? I'm gonna roll it. Bollocks to it. 20, unnatural 20. You're talking shit, mate. He's still there. I can hear him laughing.
Do you want to roll for deception?
Yeah, why not?
It was that.
No, it's 19. Oh, no, you had 20, didn't
Yeah.
you? No,
Damn,
shit.
close. Close.
Just.
I can hear him laughing.
This is death gurgle.
So after Trelamar, so you've moved around, it then goes to the Grunk.
The grunt.
The Grunkinator
Great
herself.
grunkening.
10,
Don't stand on
15,
me.
20, 25, 30. Can you move it to one more?
Just comes roaring around the corner.
Just comes barreling out.
She got reach.
She doesn't, so
Flailage.
is she going to do anything? She can't hit with the flails.
She just like throw herself at him.
Not
Take
really.
the run and jump.
She doesn't have extra range on the chains.
Nope, still like 5 foot. It's not like it's not Brigitte. She will fly into a rage
Overwatch. Never mind.
and
Yeah.
She's raging.
just get in his face, just dash. She'll take the dash action, get right next to the warlord.
Oh, okay.
Just roar in his face for a bit.
Like, she gets in his face and is like, fucking come on then!
She's still got like a hole in her chest, but
Yeah.
she's up there.
she's not healed.
Is the sight of her like entrails just enough to.
Oh, he is
vomit.
unfazed.
Yeah.
Fucking
Unfazed.
hobgoblin. He doesn't give a
Juto,
shit. Hi, me. Right.
you
A hobgoblin's
tie.
bigger than goblins.
Hobgoblins, yes, they are humanoid size. You fought hobgoblins before. They almost
Yeah.
killed Trell. They captured him and
Captain
flew him off on a,
Bumhurt.
on a wyvern.
Was Captain Bumhurt?
Cool.
No, he was a goblin.
I can't remember that.
I was in when you first
It was
met
in a
Lee Street.
tavern, wasn't it?
It was you went into a city called Melody.
Yeah,
and you were trying to.
Melody. That's
Yeah, and then I was
Oh.
like, take me instead, and they were about
Was
to
this
take
the
me and-
Manticore?
Is the Manticore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
yeah.
Sorry,
Manticore.
not with.
Yeah, so we have done some good.
Free reign after.
because,
Good times.
Like, you just love the Manticore.
It basically got to the point
You don't know,
where
this
we
is
were
the
like,
same
there's no
guy.
way that
You
Trell
killed
can
him.
survive this. He's going to roll his death save, and he rolled like a nat 20, didn't he? And miraculously survived.
It's like in the hands of this manticore being flown away, and he's like, hello.
Like, much like you.
yeah,
Basically, what happened with you
But
with
yeah,
those Trell.
so
Mine
Hobgoblin's
was
a
the
taller,
accent,
so-
humanoid shape. He looks
Mine
very
was a lion
athletic.
with a man's
He
face.
looks like a seasoned fighter. Juto's your
You are here.
Kill
Being
it.
a helpful arrow for you. You are here.
Kill.
I'm gonna go and kill him, but as I rush past, I'm gonna shout at Cam, be very careful of your terms with the demon. They like small print.
They do like small print. Well, how far is
She can move 50 feet.
handprints
She
or-
can get right next to him.
Can she?
Make sure you
Yeah,
write
small
it.
prints.
Write it in the smallest
But
typeface.
it's
I think that's what she meant.
You go.
Okay. Attacks.
Can you roll that one again because it fell out of the tray?
No.
Okay.
Did it land normally? Then it
14.
counts. 14 misses. Again, he raises the shoe, and you can see he kind of drops into a combat stance.
24.
That hits.
That'll hit.
9 regular damage, 3 radiant damage, and I'd like to stunning strike, please.
Cool.
So 12.
What's your DC? First.
16.
What's his con save? Ooh, 16. That's a 17. Just like he kind of hits.
These high level people are too.
I trained with the iron
in the
monks of
console.
my people. He's going to take a legendary action to attack you back.
Oh my god.
What about those?
The legendary man.
I haven't finished yet, you know.
I don't think he's going to hit though. 16.
No, and I haven't finished.
That's fine. Oh, okay. If you haven't finished, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I
Oh, in that
still-
case, I didn't roll that dice then.
I'm on the edge, mate. Don't start, I'll cough on you.
You don't want that.
You will.
Carry on.
It's green and mucusy.
Oh.
I'm
Question
gonna.
why she's here today.
I question it too. Oh, is it
Come on, attack! Like, don't make.
Flurry!
Oh, yeah.
27.
27 hits. Yep.
8.
8 more points. Yep. Point out, by the way, Kim, you haven't had a short rest, so you didn't regain key points.
That's
Just so you know.
fine, I've still got like 6.
Well, stunning strike was one as well. You
Yeah,
counted that, yeah.
that's in
Okay.
there. Don't worry, I've been very
Okay.
conservative.
No, just because in case you thought you might have had a short rest.
27.
Hits.
Boy.
Been very conservative, mate.
8. And another stunning strike.
And you're going to stunning strike that one as
Yeah,
well.
ready for that.
Look, I'm marking it off.
19.
Oh well.
He seems
Worth a shot.
incredibly athletic and very tough.
Hot.
Judging by where as you impact into his muscles, like he's intensely ripped under this armor.
So as I'm cutting
He is
his muscles off, I'm like,
Yeah, no, this guy is top form.
Big muscle.
At the end of your turn, he will make an attack. I won't roll again. It misses.
So nice.
Good DM.
That was at the end of your go. Then it's his go, and now he attacks you fully. In fact, he's got you and Grunker. Trot, can you count? Are you count 60 feet in a line ahead of him?
No, he
Gonna
can't.
be all of
are
us.
you in a Zoe?
So Trelemar isn't though, because Trelamar's tucked around the corner, I think.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 45, 50.
No, Trelemar is, but he's going to have cover, so he'll have a bonus to his dexterity saving throw.
He hates you.
He points the dagger, like this short sword in front of him, and you can see that it has this very demonic look to it. It almost looks like it's kind of crafted in a very similar way to Crown Rend, in the same sort of metal and style used, but it's kind of freezing cold. He just gestures it outwards, like very casually, and then he just speaks this kind of demonic word, which you recognize as being the word Kania, and a blast, Kania.
Tanya?
Yeah,
Blast.
Kania. A blast of freezing cold, 60 foot wide, erupts from it. Everybody make dexterity saving throws, please.
Hi,
One of
Trelemar, you have +2 to this because you have some cover.
Yay.
I'm Juta and I have evasion.
Yep. So that means that if you pass, you don't take any damage, and if you if you fail, you still only take half.
19, but this still could take me out.
All right, everybody just keep your saves in head because I need to calculate damage. 12, 18.
How much have you got left?
22.
Drink a potion, girl.
I've spent all my time healing.
Well, the 2-hour run.
I've done what?
The 2-hour run we
19, you said?
Yeah.
Dex saving
It
throw?
didn't take 2 hours.
I
15.
thought it did.
15?
If we go into this
Saving throws.
15.
20.
16.
Okay, everybody is only going to take half damage. It was 32, so you're going to take 16. 16 cold damage.
Do I
That's this
save?
kind of this blast. You succeeded, so you take nothing because of evasion.
I got 15 though on my roll.
Yep, 15 still looks like you still passed.
Okay.
Total, sorry, 16.
16 damage for you guys. Juto takes nothing.
Oh man. I am on not.
Yeah,
many
DC
hit
for it was
points.
14.
Glug, glug.
That was his action this
Welcome
turn.
to my world,
He chose-
girl.
That was his action this turn, so he's not going to do anything else.
These two are just sat on this side of the table going, fine, that's fine. You're still moving.
He's dead.
Just got nothing.
So
Still
we
good.
go to the other warlock
We're rooting
that you
for
have
you.
dominated. What would you like him to do?
Oh,
You gave him an order, actually, so you've not had a chance to give him another order because it's on your turn as an action. You've got to command him, and you told him to
do everything.
do
in your
everything
power.
to
Change the pact to kill the hobgoblins.
to kill the hobgoblins. Okay, so he turns to the Marilith, and Juto is the only one that understands this immediately, but I'm guessing she'll shout out as she's hearing it. He basically is like, so, yes, Duskela, Commander Duskela, you must kill, we will exchange it for 100 hobgoblins alive. We wish you to attack the hobgoblins. That is what I've been requested. Is this in agreement? And she's like, the offer is still 100 souls. If you wish to make that payment. He's just like, yes, we will make that agreement, yes.
Hobgoblin
100 souls. You said
Broken
attack the
fight.
hobgoblins. He's not been given a command on what to make the agreement with, and he begins wiping his blood over the thing.
I
Can I
can't
shout
have control.
and be like,
On your
"Souls?"
turn, which is now.
That's what this is about, right? Because it's my turn. Right?
No, it was his turn
Oh,
that he is
his.
speaking to her,
So-
and he is smearing his blood
Do
over
I
this
have
thing.
time to say, specify broken sky?
I know what.
Souls.
The thing is he completes the thing on his turn. He completes the pact because he's not with the other guy anymore. So he just completes this pact. He wipes his blood over the tablet.
So you do have a chance to change it?
No,
No.
it's 6 seconds. Like this is all happening at once, and like
Sorry.
by the time Cam's trying to command him, he's already wiping his blood over this thing
Oh, well,
and has
hello,
made
they're
this
already
thing.
When you wipe the
Could
blood
I
off
have not done anything to change his wording in any way? Because considering I'm dominating him.
Yeah, but the way that Dominate works is you give him an order, and then you can use your action to completely exactly change what he says.
Yeah.
You gave him an order of change the deal to attack the hobgoblins. On his turn, which is before yours, he will fulfill that as best as he can.
Did Cam not say broken sky though?
No,
I literally just asked him, what did you
said
say? And you said attack the hobgoblins. So I'm going by what you've said. He completes the thing, and you watch as this blood red tablet just crumbles and the magic circle dissipates. And this creature just kind of like looks around, kind of smiles, and it's not her go. Now it's your go.
Okay.
And then the hobgoblin then just stands there and like looks around.
She knows I'm commanding this thing,
She does seem to, yes.
so if I attacked with it, she'd not like that. So I'm gonna get him, because I'm dominating him at the moment. Say, use your most powerful spells and kill.
So no, there's a difference. You can give him you can either just give him a spoken order and say do a thing, or you can completely control him.
I will do that.
Okay, so you're going to use your action to completely
Will I
control him.
understand
What would you like
everything
him to
he's
do?
got?
You have a vague indication, yes.
What's his most powerful single target spell?
Most powerful single target spell would be Finger of Death.
Beep,
Onto the Warlord figure.
beep.
Yep, okay. So he makes a Constitution saving throw. He does pass, but he takes
Uses
half
middle
damage.
finger.
Yep, so can you move him up to him? Because I believe it is it a touch or is it a range of 30 feet?
60 feet.
60 feet, so he just does it from where he is. He doesn't even move. He just raises his
Can
finger
I
and...
actually move him in front of her?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
to be annoying.
Yeah,
to maybe
absolutely
Get
you can.
trampled on.
And then it's 3d8, 8d,
He's got the
8d8, right?
8.
78.
78 plus 13 necrotic.
78. So it's
Plus 30.
Jeez.
30.
thank
Yeah.
you. It's 30,
So it's
32, 62 points of damage, but it is halved, so it becomes 31. So you watch as this ray of crackling black energy kind of launches out of his finger, hits the hobgoblin like warlord-esque figure. You weak-minded little fool. What have you done? You've released it.
Can I get him to say I love you to him?
Yep, he says that.
But I love you.
Daddy.
He says
Daddy.
Yep.
What effect does that have on me then?
he needs
At the
wisdom
end of
save.
that hobgoblin's go, the warlord will take
Swells.
another legendary action. He kind of looks around, and he just obviously sees you kind of like focusing and sort of sees you guys doing a bunch of stuff. And he is just like, he will attack Juto.
Okay.
He's upset that you got so upset. I thought, oh,
27 to hit
she
you,
does
Juto.
something. Oh no, it's just like
Yes.
Mind control.
Do you have any resistance to cold damage?
Nope.
Okay, then
Poison,
this is,
disease, and fire.
okay, so you're going to take. This is going to be 18 points of damage as this blade kind of slips in, and you feel this intense cold burning off this demonic blade.
So I'm gonna Hellish Tribute.
Okay, so dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Use a separate dice because I just got that one. Fail.
Nice.
So 3d10 fire damage.
Oh, yeah. Wait, that's a 1, isn't it?
Yeah. How does? Wait.
It's a 1 because...
It's 30, 10, and 4. So that's taken as a 1 and a 3, right?
yes.
Yes. So
So 8.
8 points. So he takes 8 points of fire damage.
Every little helps.
Just kind of gets engulfed, and then he hits you a second time. That's going to be 4, 6, 7, 15 points of damage as he kind of in these kind of like
What was the AC on that?
like 28. That's why I didn't bother asking.
Checking.
Oh, sorry, you shouldn't have had to take it. That was a legendary action. You shouldn't have taken that second attack. It was just the first attack.
So,
So
we might
take gain
15
15 HP back. Sorry, that was not on his turn. It was a legendary action.
Sit down.
The demonic creature smiles, and you hear in your voice, "Kill the hobgoblins, I believe." And she turns her blades, her 6 swords, on the one in front of her. I don't know how many this is going to require.
Why are you pulling that face? Isn't that a good thing?
No, she's unpredictable.
No,
So,
she's very
first
cool
one,
in that she's been
second
told
one,
to do a certain thing.
Third
Yeah,
one.
it's just whether she
It's just
thinks
whether
the
Cam
souls-
remembers what the
Fourth
certain
one.
thing was.
Oh, that's a miss. 6th one. 5 out of 6 hit.
Yeah, I think that might do it.
6 was 5 times 12, 50, 60 points of damage. She like carves him up, like literally just these 6 blades.
Wait, that guy or the one
No,
in front?
the one in front of her, the one
so
directly
you're
in front of
controlling.
her.
He's still
the
standing,
warlock
and then
just
Oh.
and just he falls apart, like literally, like arm falls off,
Oh
head
my
falls
God.
off, legs fall off,
Is it like in Resident
and then she
Evil the
slithers.
movie?
Yeah.
She
It
slithers
releases-
over towards the other hobgoblin. Yep.
Nice one.
She just smiles. So back up to.
I didn't get a go.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, and now it's you.
Oh,
So you are last in the initiative order.
Kill yourself, girl.
yeah.
Cure wounds.
I do still have some left, so I'm actually gonna take a higher level.
You have a potion?
Yes. But I'm gonna use spells.
Okay.
Yeah.
What level?
I'm reluctantly level 5.
Level 5
Yeah.
cure wounds on yourself.
Saving all these.
5d8
big-
plus wisdom. Big heal.
Oh, shit.
Are you moving or doing anything else?
I'm going to move behind here.
Just hide.
Because I'm like,
Okay,
I was on
you're
5
spent.
hit points. So.
Right, so that's what you do. So now it goes back to Reynard at the top.
I mean,
Apparently it's a dice.
I guess I'll just.
How much?
Do you want d8s, Katie?
I've got this.
Tom?
I mean, she's just going to deal with him, isn't she?
She certainly looks capable.
I'll help her out a bit, I guess. I will sharpshooter him.
23. It's okay. 23.
Natural 1. I'm going to sharpshooter him again. So 13 plus 13. 20,
Minus
yeah.
5.
Yeah, that's the 13. So 26.
26, yep, that hits.
That one. 4, 9,
Nice.
14, plus 6, 20, plus 10, 30.
Shit.
Okay. Yeah, this bolt like hits into his shoulder. He kind of looks at it. And you can see he's starting to kind of get a bit cross at this point. Trelemar.
Fine, well, could I just tickle him with Axel then?
Can Axel reach?
30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 21 to hit.
Just.
Do I get Hunter's Mark with it again? I keep forgetting.
Yes, I believe you do.
4. So that's just another 11.
God, damage machine.
Okay.
Just 11.
You
Whatever.
Yep. So you see, like, as that Axel hits him, he kind of grunts, and you can just see him kind of getting quite furious, but like there's something like black Icarus in his veins, and you can see that his wound starts to heal up a little
Ah,
bit.
is he demonic in some way?
Cholomar.
Maybe.
I'll just pop out from around the corner and 3 Eldritch Blasts again.
Pew, pew, pew.
3. Yeah. we'll have to-
Are you doing it finger gun style?
Yeah, why not?
You actually roll the thing.
So there's a 25
Hits.
for one. 18?
Nope.
No, the other one's a 16.
That's the one. This very high AC, like this large tower shield, fully heavily armored. Seems to be very adept at wearing it.
An 11.
Another 11.
Cool.
Yep. So, and again, yeah, you can see that he is, like, this black blood is starting to sort of semi-regenerate, but yeah, you definitely strike a deadly blow. Grunka, on her turn, will attack recklessly.
Oh no, Grunka.
Never change.
What does recklessly actually mean?
It
Means
means
that
she
anybody
leaves
has
herself
advantage to
open
attack her
so
as
that,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a finesse attack, it's
Yeah.
literally just a
Is that something that he knows?
barbarian.
Depends on the fighter. This guy definitely seems to, that she's just swinging wide, basically.
It means
Okay,
that she's just
2 of her attacks
going
hit.
mental.
The fire does have an effect on this creature, though. So
He's roasted.
9,
She roasted,
13,
Right?
13.
He is.
She does even
demon
sort.
behind and her in front. Spit roasted.
He just like, she wails on him and he kind of just like, bam, bam, spits out a tooth. At the end of Grunka's
Again,
turn,
Thor
he's
is
going to take a
strong.
legendary action to hit Grunka with advantage. That's a natural 20.
She needs to stop attacking recklessly.
She's a bob.
her own.
Nope.
Go on.
Nope, she doesn't. That is 16 plus 8. Double, that is going to be...
A lot.
Hang on, 21,
But she's
29.
raging, so she'll take.
She does take half, yep.
Oh,
So,
Barbarians are
But
cool, yeah.
so it's like a kind of a
15,
normal hit, I
14.
guess.
yeah.
I miss KOI.
so that strike kind of like jabs into her
I'm
gut,
prompt-
and she's like, ah, and spits on him in his face, and he just
He
snarls
spits a
back.
tooth, she spits in his face.
Juto.
Judo!
Can I see? So the stone slab that our warlock wrote on, did it disintegrate?
Yes, it crumbled as soon as it was completed, yeah.
Can I shout at the Juskella, what were your instructions? And what were the terms of your pact?
You shout that at her. Yep,
And I'd like to use her name like Commander Juskella.
yep. You shout that at her.
And then I'd like to, I'm guessing he looks a bit gross, doesn't he?
He looks pretty beaten up, yeah, but you can see that he's still fighting very fit, fighting strong.
It's his turn before hers, isn't it?
I'm
Yeah.
not going to answer that, but sure.
Okay. I'm
There is
gonna
no such thing as
attack.
a turn. It all happens at once. The realms of imagination.
No.
18.
18 does not hit.
I would like to spend a key point and disengage. Step of the wind.
Okay. So you can move 50 feet away.
Where are you going?
Yeah, like behind this thing.
Yes, run, you little coward. You hear?
Wow.
So that's your turn. On his go, he looks at this kind of frenzied barbarian. You see his wounds fully knit together now.
Oh.
Some of the wounds begin to heal up a little bit, and not fully, like as in like they properly like, as if he's just regained some hit points. And then he will turn on Grunker, and he's just like, "You're going to be troublesome. I'll deal with you now."
He gets advantage.
He does have advantage, I know. I'm rolling twice, don't worry.
He is kind of into let.
He doesn't get any crits, but he gets normal hits.
I'm dealing with you now. And then after that, I might deal with you. And then you.
It's very informative, isn't he? As he
Yeah.
You're fourth.
I'm
And I'm going then I'm going to have a cup of tea, and then I'm coming for you.
Okay, with those two attacks, he shreds into Grunker's abdomen, and you can see that every time he hits, this cold is kind of spreading over her body, and she's kind of stumbling around a bit weakened now. And then he's gonna walk past her.
Did he?
Yep. He's gonna take the attack of opportunity, and he comes straight for Trelemar.
What? He just
Oh,
takes.
hello.
Yep.
What's his movement?
Sorry. Huh? He can move 40 feet.
Well, as he's walking past everyone else, do we
He will skirt so he doesn't go past you guys. He kind of moves like that, basically.
not so badass when he's like.
No, he just walks past Grunker, but then he just kind of beelines towards Trelemar and doesn't need
just
to come
goes-
near you.
Nope.
So he takes another 11 points off Grunks from that attack of opportunity. But he just kind of like shoves her out the way. She hits him with a flail. He kind of just grunts and then comes after Trelemar.
Why does he hate you so much?
Blasted him.
Spellcaster.
Bastard.
He knows to focus Spellcaster down. That guy's dead.
Filthy.
Cam Buckland.
I just watch him as he goes past.
He just kind of like almost like the Terminator. He just kind of like looks at you as he carries on walking, then turns his attention on.
I like to think everyone's just standing still watching him. Just go past.
Sneak attack because there's Trelemar there.
Yep.
He's probably regen like Tony as well.
15 plus 10, 25.
25 hits.
Nice. What do
Hate
you need?
those dice.
What do you need?
He needs a D4, which he's got on his sheet. I hate those dice. I hate them.
I hate
He rolled an 8 with that one.
Yeah, that's why
I
I
like
hate
those dice.
Why do you? What? Because
Because I don't
18.
trust that they roll properly.
Yeah.
18 points of damage. Okay.
they did. Because I rolled a 2 on one earlier. So there you go.
Okay. So yeah,
balances.
you throw Nimbus, and as he goes to reach it, turns back to the thing. He's just like. "Ugh."
I'm going to talk to Queen Commander
Yeah. What'd you say?
Drusilla. Hey. I suppose your deal is with me now because technically I dominated that person. And it was.
You just hear a laugh in your head.
Can you stop laughing? Like, give me some straight answers. Ugh.
Oh,
Fine.
dear.
You hungry?
We've got waffles.
Bonus action spiritual weapon. 15 plus 10. 25
To hit.
to hit. Yeah?
To hit
Are we okay with all of
Yeah.
this?
The Warlord. I'm assuming he's going for the Warlord. He's
Yeah.
trying not to attack.
who? Yeah.
Drusilla.
No.
Ooh.
8!
Again, this kind of spiritual weapon lances
Plus-
into his
plus
side.
5.
Plus 5, okay. Spiritual weapon lances into his side. Ah! You can see he's getting annoyed, frustrated by these blows that you're raining down on him. The Mariliths go. Sorry, Druskilla's go. She will. This is interesting.
Oh no.
Is it?
Hobgoblin's dead.
Well, there's another one.
I told you to practice. Oh god.
It's really difficult.
I had no chance to do any
Yeah. There's no.
amendments.
No, it's fine. It's just because like I can see. Look at him. Look at him.
Me
You'd
saying
have like
it.
memorandums and things like that.
Hobgoblins.
There's a whole army of hobgoblins, right?
Yeah.
At the gate.
At least 100.
Does she know that?
That is the priority on the contract. Is
Hobgoblin.
Yes, except that the person that she made a contract with is now dead.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
does that mean the contract's ended and she goes back to?
That's what I'm currently trying to think about in my head.
Right.
But she knew that.
Or
he
is
was
she
being
now
dominated.
free to just roam around the mortal
don't know
planes
how.
doing what she wants.
I don't know how.
Oh shit.
That's currently
Go
what I'm trying
back where
to
she
think of.
came from.
She hasn't completed the task. So it's kind of this is in Demonkind, this is a rare case where the person that made the contract with her didn't protect
We
himself.
broke it. We broke the game, guys.
I mean, she knew he was being dominated, though, right?
Doesn't change the fact that
He was the one who put
he
his
signed it
blood
in
on
her
it.
blood, yeah.
Oh no.
And it's kind of like, this is where I'm trying to think, like, in the laws of the Hells, how would this necessarily work?
Right.
So,
The laws of the hell.
Is there a hell lawyer around here?
but also, I'm trying to decide whether she would necessarily want to just start fighting you guys. I'm trying to think of her character, like, what is she interested in? Like, you know.
What's her
does
motivation? What's
Yeah,
she feeling?
kind of, like,
I don't know
yeah.
what fiends and demons are though. It's like, what is
Yeah.
the motivation here?
She will not attack. She kind of slides towards Cam. She was 40 feet.
Hey, girl.
And in telepathy, which everybody except the hobgoblin guy can hear, so you all hear this, you hear it in your heads, and she's speaking infernal language out of her mouth, but you kind of hear it translated in your heads through telepathy. Well, well, well. What an interesting little predicament we find ourselves in. It seems that
You're welcome.
I am somewhat free amongst here in the mortal realms. Now, is anybody here interested in making another new deal?
Yes.
Interesting. That's all you get out in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Laura.
I don't know. This guy's still alive, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the warlord guy.
warlord.
So
He doesn't seem to hear it. He kind of eyes the Marilith, the demon, sorry,
she's speaking in
suspiciously,
infernal.
but he just turns his attention. He's just like, I'm gonna kill a bunch of you, basically.
probably starting with Trell, 'cause he's right there.
Well, he can't see Alora, so he doesn't know that Alora's a healer. Otherwise, he'd be going after her. But so, what would you like to do? You can see this guy like threatening Trell, like with this nut, like coming in like this, like a Roman legionary, like stab, stab, stab.
I'm going to. I don't want him to know that I'm a healer. So
Then decide what you are doing.
I'm going to use elemental.
You're gonna go elemental.
Yes, there she is.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Earth?
use Earth. Meh. Can't get it. Meh.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll
around the
just
corner.
come around and I'll probably I'll
Did the whole time.
try and hit him a couple times, but I probably won't hit him because he's got really high AC, but I'll try. 18 won't hit. That won't hit. No, but I'll try and get in front of him. I'll
Guess
get
you
in
can
the
just
way.
gently iron
Just
giant
push
Trell.
Trell away.
Well, yeah. You mean you can't really push him out the way. He can still attack.
I'll
Trell.
just be.
You're
just
there.
there.
You're there.
I'll just be like, hey,
At
buddy.
the end of your go,
Hey, buddy.
he's going to use his other legendary action to attack Trelamar.
It's getting a bit cramped in that.
That's going to be 30 to hit you. Sorry, 31.
Yeah.
Oh, that's real important. That one.
So that 31 is very important. And that's going to be 19 points of damage.
Okey-doke.
You don't have. You have resistance to cold damage actually, don't you? Because from the mask, I think.
Yes, I do actually.
So you actually take one less, so 18.
It makes all the difference.
It might be in the next time he hits you. So he comes in and stabs you. I'll deal with you, wizard, and then I'll turn on the rest.
It's not a wizard.
And then we go up to Reynard.
Wizardry.
Right, so how close am I to him? I'm
You're
I'm
right
not
next to her.
You're not right next to him, you are right next to her.
I don't really want to know what will happen if I move away from her. I know she sort of said she wouldn't attack us, but
She didn't say that.
well, she sort of.
She didn't say that
Yeah,
at all.
she didn't say that at all.
I know she.
She's just asked if anybody would like to make a deal.
Could I, in that case, I won't move. I'll let Juto do the talking after the yes. So I'm going to shoot, sharpshooter him.
Okay.
Boom. Hey. 20, 30.
Christ.
You do that on purpose. You know it's Sam needs to kick your ass.
Oh, Sam.
How's that auto mix?
Sam, are you alive?
Killed him.
24. DiMaggio's to him.
Just sat in his chair, bleeding from the ears.
He's got a toothache at the moment as
25.
well.
That's it.
Yeah.
25
Sam.
DiMaggio's,
Sorry, Sam.
followed by 12, 18.
Oh god.
So the first bolt actually hits him, and this time you hear him sort of scream like "Rah!" as it embeds into the back of
Oh,
his
if he
armor.
screams from 25, what's he like after another 28?
Second attack does 28, but you don't get thunder damage.
No,
Oh, you just rolled higher.
I rolled high.
Oh my god. 28, you said?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
56.
That's it. Dead.
Ah, yeah.
He had taken. So Barris and Trixonia had damaged a bunch of them earlier, so he's actually dead. So you can remove him.
Look at her and say that
Well-
that's 3.
We'll keep the initiative order in place, just in case. Just in case.
Fuck me.
You turn around and say that's 3, and she just kind of, you hear this kind of faint sort of like, how interesting. You still feel that such matters are in place after the death of the one who made the contract.
Oh. Just in case.
So, this is an interesting scenario. I am free here on the mortal realms. Unless any of you have a particularly good offer to make, I believe that I might start a little bit of chaos.
You wanted souls, yes? And you want chaos?
My lord Asmodeus wishes souls, yes.
Well, how I can offer you both.
Really?
You come in the middle of a great battle.
Indeed, I can feel it.
There are thousands
Sensation.
of souls of the enemy that you can take. More than 100. Your Lord Asmodeus would be
Oh
pleased.
dear, oh dear, dear, dear. You seem to be under the impression that I take the souls. No, they are payment. You must give them to me. They will be sacrificed in order, in a true ritual, to Lord Asmodeus. But of course, if you have those souls to offer, then I am more than happy to provide you with the same offer I gave to the warlord. 8 hours of my service in exchange for 100 delicious souls given.
Juto.
I don't mind where they're from, but they must be sacrificed.
Are we all hearing this? It's not telepathic between them.
I think this one she would keep with Juto,
I shouldn't have asked.
because Juto was the one that was kind of speaking to her.
You want chaos? There's a dragon and cloud giants.
Ah, well, this may increase the price, I'm afraid. Such
For what?
creatures are difficult to cast. A dragon, you say? What size? You can roughly describe it.
Yeah, fun
A tricky foot.
I like really big it up as well, like, you know, like he's like...
Yeah, you big it up. Nice. Oh, a powerful foe. And giants as well. This will cost, I would say 500, 700 souls, if you wished me to slay such creatures. It is quite within my capabilities. I'm one of the greatest commanders in the army. And she kind of slithers, and she now like wraps her body, not crushingly, but she kind of slithers around Juto. So Juto's kind of in the middle, like Aladdin in, with against Snake Jafar. And she kind of leans down, and she is strikingly beautiful. These kind of high cheekbones, pristine porcelain face, long black hair, and she just kind of like leans in, and her 6 arms. She's sheathed like a couple of the swords, and the other 2 are kind of like very sort of close to your face. But the other 4 are holding these kind of serrated scimitars.
Is there anything else that interests you?
Me? I care for bloodshed, but my lord Asmodeus is the one that would receive the payment, and souls increase his power within the hells.
What if I was to give you material goods or power?
He does not care for such matters, and you
No,
frankly bore me
you.
with the offer. I do not care for this. My life is in service of war. I am not like you petty mortals that is so easily corrupted by treasures and gifts. I am here to serve my commander.
500 souls of any sort.
If you are willing to offer them in true sacrifice, then yes. They must be living when you kill them.
Yeah, we've
must
got
be
to kill them.
dedicated to Asmodeus.
Are we hearing what Juto's saying?
You hear what Juto says, yeah.
Don't specify just a sword weapon. Because it could just be swords that kill the souls.
I am the one who has to kill them.
What? You don't even have a sword.
You hear in your mind, like, they must be sacrificed to Asmodeus by a willing person. That is the nature of such matters, little cleric.
What is the nature of the ritual? Can I kill them in the battlefield?
No. They must be sacrificed properly on an altar dedicated to Asmodeus himself. Their blood must plaster it.
What?
Would I know, as Juto, that would corrupt me in doing that?
There's no way you would know. Like, it sounds bad. Like, that doesn't sound like a very morally nice thing to do. Even if they are your enemy, sacrificing people to a demon lord, probably not a good thing.
Is there a time limit on this offer? How long
It must
do I
be
have?
completed before you live, otherwise your soul will be
30% off.
Before I live,
forfeited.
before I die.
Basically.
Or
your-
my soul will be in forfeit.
Your soul will be in forfeit, and if you attempt to get out of such matters, we will send Irenice to claim you, or perhaps I may come myself.
And what happens to my soul? Shut up, Cam.
I'm not
You
saying
will,
anything.
you will be the plaything of Asmodeus, or one of his many servants. It'll be quite horrific, I'm sure, if you
Okay.
fail to deliver him what you have promised.
500 souls before I die.
I'm just going to go to Cam with his hands up.
Can I stealthily?
Cast Banishment. That's what I thought you were going for.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But
So the casting time is a minute.
For what? Magic Circle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how I've done it before.
Yes.
How obvious would it be that a magic circle would be being cast in that time?
You would need to
drawing it
stealth.
around
You'd
her.
basically need to be making stealth checks. You'd basically be getting like piles of salt and like walking around her, like like dropping salt and like
Salt.
subtly praying to yourself.
Sorry, this is an art attack.
It is possible you could pull it off.
It's a fucking demon
I'd like
command
to
of
point
water.
out that I'm in the middle as well.
Yeah, but magic circle is going to affect you less.
Can I make an offer?
Oh, of course, little dark man. What would you like to offer?
What if we're a heroic bunch?
Are you? And she kind of, you hear a message like, "Would you like to speak to me privately?"
Okay, yeah.
Very well. And use like a flicker, and now you can telepathically communicate with her back.
What if I was to sacrifice myself?
Yeah.
We can't hear this though.
Fuck. Fuck.
And why would I be interested in a single soul over 500? What could you possibly offer, Lord Asmodeus?
Well, I'm a very talented chap.
I can sense that you have made a pact with another being. Would you be interested in foregoing such pact and making one with my lord instead?
If it means you would be in service to my allies?
For a time being, yes. I will help them in this little war, but you will become a dedicated servant of Asmodeus. Your soul will belong to him. You will be given some power. You could be somewhat of a champion, perhaps. It is not usual that one would willingly offer themselves over others. Asmodeus enjoys corrupting such honorable matters. But yes, I believe that this could be a deal made. In your head, Juto, you hear, so, 500 souls in exchange for my service. Very well. You can reply to me privately if you wish, if you do not wish your allies to know.
Making double deals, goddamn. Telepathy.
You would need to sacrifice them upon an altar. Are you attempting to do the magic circle or not?
No, not magic circle.
You're not gonna.
And now thinking about banish.
I mean, this creature is a fiend. You know it would. If it works, it sends her back straight back to where she came from.
If this is like me readying, if it looks like a contract is about to be signed,
Okay, at the moment, you see her looking at Trell, her looking at Juto, and nothing. There is no words. They are just looking
They're
at
not
each other.
speaking.
There is no
so they
outward
could
sign.
create a contract in their minds.
Possibly. You don't know the details of it. Make a religion check. That looked like a natural 20.
That's not.
No.
It's a 9.
9? Difficult to say. As far as you know, you've never seen a demonic contract like this before.
Fuck it, I'm going to try and banish her.
God.
In your head,
Well,
as
will it-
Cam is preparing to do this, you basically... Okay.
No, it takes
Um,
her.
I'm going to take my mic off a second.
What? Do you want me to back away? La 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 la. Secret DM whispering, secret DM whispering.
Oh,
La 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 la
Everybody
la.
gets a secret. Everyone gets a
La la
secret.
la la la
want
la
secrets.
la.
I want a secret. Tell me something. Whisper me sweet nothing.
Does she whisper anything to me?
I've always loved you. You're the favourite. You're the best, Cam. You can do it.
oh
Reynard whispers in Cam's ear.
Another question.
She takes you.
Are we playing Chinese whispers?
no.
Butt sausage crayon man. That was the deal.
Right. So, 6 seconds. Do you do?
Oh.
Do you do?
Oh shit.
I want to be whispered.
Fuck it. Yeah, I do it.
Okay.
I feel so powerless.
Juto, without knowing what Trell's doing, would she do it?
I'm not metagaming.
Okay.
So I think she would turn to the others to say what she's gonna do.
Okay, so you turn to do that, and then you see Trell go, fuck it, cut his hand, and then out loud say, I swear to agree to the conditions.
Yep.
You cast Banishment. So, what's your spell save DC?
It's a
8.
Like, that was going on whilst he was thinking about casting Banishment, and then it's just
Was
happening.
it?
Yeah.
18.
18. The DC.
Roll a 1.
She doesn't have. Okay, she does have advantage on saving throws, but she doesn't have a legendary resistance.
Okay.
So let's see, 18, and it's a Wisdom saving throw, or Charisma.
Charisma.
Charisma saving throw. I'm afraid it was a natural 20.
Oh.
So, Cam, you go. You raise up the holy symbol. You're like, back to the plains, or whatever it is that you yell, as there is a blinding flash of flame. Trellamar is engulfed in fire
Whoa.
and vanishes.
What?
What did you do?
He's gone.
He vanishes.
What was the deal of the pact?
Marilith,
I missed.
6 blades come striking out. I'm afraid our deal is off, little tiefling.
What? What was the deal?
I made a deal.
You did make the deal.
I did say help
You
my
did
allies.
help your allies. So, no, that's true. I'm going to retcon that. I forgot that that's what you... Because I was thinking... I thought you said... No. Because in my head, I was just like...
No, the real
the
deal was-
army...
Get Cam.
No. I thought that in my head...
Everyone but Cam.
It was obviously help the battle. I was thinking of help your...
I said help my allies.
But you said help your allies. That's
Yeah.
a very distinct division. She kind of grunts, and then she looks. I suggest, if you don't wish your friend's little sacrifice to be in vain, you don't try that again.
Sacrifice.
What was the terms of the pact?
I am under no obligations to tell you of anything, except that I am willing to help you in your little battle for at least the next 8 hours.
8 hours. I mean.
So,
8 hours for a life.
what would you...
We don't know that.
We don't know though. We don't know
What would
anything.
you have me do?
Well, we do know
Do you
this.
stab yourself?
If that is truly what you wish, yes.
Cam, wait. There is a
Bring
sky
Trell
ship.
back. He's an ally.
That is not to help you.
Where is he?
He is currently in the 9 hells with my master.
He sacrificed his soul.
To an extent. Let's just say that your friend has made an alliance with my lord.
Oh,
That
good.
was his determination. So if you do not wish it to be in sacrifice, I suggest you tell me what you wish me to help with. If you claim some sort of airship, can you make me fly?
You can't fly.
Oh
I am
shit!
a warrior.
I had a flying potion on me.
Ding, ding, ding. He also took Granamir with him.
Oh, really?
Granamir is tied to him.
That's like 1.1 souls.
Yeah, see?
We got a deal.
Yeah. Give him an extra hour.
Commander, we want you to fight a blue dragon called Thunderfang.
Is that all?
No, that's number 1.
In case you cannot find me again, I suggest you tell me what else you would like me to accomplish.
I'd like you to kill all members of Broken Sky, starting from the tippy top to the bottomy bomb.
Broken Sky. Very well.
Agents. Specifically, they have allegiance to Broken Sky.
She kind of nods. I am able to determine at least who those are. I will use my intuition to ensure that I only attack those. Very well. But I will begin with this dragon. Do you know its current location? I can find it myself, but you will expedite my skills if you tell me where it is.
It was headed to the southern gate.
Don't suppose we can.
She says, point the direction, please.
South.
She looks over. She teleports away.
I just have this image.
Oh, so she could get to the sky ship. Damn it.
Yeah.
No,
Oh my
you
god.
can only teleport a certain distance, and obviously she can't just.
Bamf.
Yeah. So she can teleport like
Charles
on the
Mini
ground.
away.
I'm afraid so.
Oh,
I'm afraid so. That was
around.
wow.
He's there.
That was.
A thing.
Grunker just kind of looks. Is like, I don't know what happened, but I'm really injured.
I mean,
I don't know what that was about.
Trelamar's made a deal with this.
I kind of got that. Like, what does that mean? Like, where'd he go?
I don't know.
Has she taken him somewhere? Can we go free him?
No,
I assume while the contract is in action, he's elsewhere.
he's gone to the 799 house.
9 hours.
He's gone to the 9 hells.
But only while the contract is in place, surely.
No, he must have given it forever. That was what my deal was going to be.
She wouldn't accept
What?
it.
I said that I would collect 500 souls for her, and if I didn't manage to do it by the time I died, my soul would be Asmodeus'.
What is wrong with the... I should have made deals. You both made stupid deals. I'm going to go over to Trixania.
She's just kind of like shuddering. You kind of look over, and as you kind of come into her field of view, she almost like panics and like goes to get away, and then she kind of like blinks a few times, like, "Okay, Buckland,
It's okay, Trixania.
what happened?" And she like looks at. She was like, "They were so powerful. I tried that boy. He," and then she just kind of her eyes go wide, and
Can you get to safety and please take Barris's body with you?
she like nods. Where is safe? Have they broken through? Where? The demon.
The demon is now under our control temporarily.
All right.
One of our members, Trell,
Where should I go?
just away from any sort of battle. Potentially, if you see Lady Amy, or maybe head to the temple, something like that.
All right.
Just outside.
Okay. And she kind of gets to her feet unsteadily. Grunker kind of holds her a little bit and helps her up. She kind of goes over to Barris's body. You see her kind of weave a spell and sort of like a floating disc of force. She kind of drags it up onto the disc, and she starts just kind of like looking around, like just making her way towards like Guildcourt. But you can see that she's like really, something's obviously broken a little bit.
I'll look at Barris on the way and just
Yeah,
pat him on the
I mean,
shoulder.
he is like torn up. Like you can
he's got
see
a shoulder.
similar wounds to that short sword that the Hobgoblin Warlord dropped, which is now on the floor next to his body. You can see similar wounds to that. You can also see what probably looks like a blight spell has just like sucked away half of his
Poor
life
Barris.
force. Yeah, he looks pretty bad. Yeah, you do hear the roar of Thunderfang out in the distance.
Well,
Can I loot the
friends,
corpse?
Sure.
There's a knife on the floor. Would that be good for
Yep.
you?
There's so he's wearing a set of full plate, quite demonic looking. He has a tower shield emblazoned with the same symbol, which you probably figure is Asmodeus symbol, and then this short sword, and it just radiates cold, but it seems powerful. Like the magic on it is like,
can I have a look at this?
yeah.
Can we do an Arcana check or something?
You can make an Arcana check. Do you have an Identify spell?
No. 12.
12. Powerful magic. Very powerful. Probably
Evil.
not necessarily. It has demonic touches to it. It was probably forged in the planes. You don't think it is inherently evil. It's not like Crown Range. You don't get a sense of sentience from it. This seems like a tool. It seems like somebody has just enchanted a powerful blade. You do get the sense it's probably more powerful than any weapon you've held so far in terms of magic. You suspect it is a +3 something sword.
I will hold on to it. It's a sword.
It's a short sword. Yeah, it's a short
You
sword.
can use short swords, right?
Does anyone else feel that they would benefit from this more?
He's dead. Well,
I'll just hold on to it for now.
Probably better for you.
Okay. Where would you like to go at this point?
Friends,
I appreciate that, Matt, you are just sat here
That's
while
right.
stuff's happening.
soaking it in.
I'll let you know what happened another time. But yeah.
Wow. Wow.
He's not dead.
Nope.
Right?
Nope. He's not dead.
Just not
Forfeit.
around.
Just forfeit from
Not
Matt
even
really
around.
didn't want to come back next week. That's fuck that. No, I'm gonna sell my soul.
Hey, you were a very powerful ally. I will say that much.
Christ.
Like when that thing was like, if you fought that thing, I was genuinely worried.
Everybody.
So it was like 6 attacks. Jesus.
Yeah.
Deal 12 damage every time they hit. And she has a tail.
Guys, I think we need to rest.
Yeah.
I think
The
we need to
rogue
take
has.
Short rest.
Looking at Grunka and everyone, we're
I think so.
There's still no sign of the rogue. Like that's gonzo.
No sign of the rogue.
No sign of the rogue and Thunderfang.
Not even the
We, as
corpse,
far
or-
as we know, has been dealt with.
I mean, the city's pretty big. If it was fighting on the other side of the city, you
it
wouldn't
was
see it.
weakened already.
What other things did we send off in our?
That was
I think that's
pretty
it.
much
It was 4. It was 4
Fire
threats.
Giants was us.
feel-
The
Fire
Rogue
Giants,
was Felix and
Hobgoblin.
Eerie. Thunderfang was Nalisha, Cassandra, and Sferia, and now Druscella.
So there was 4
And the
main
Hobgoblins
threats.
we've just dealt with.
We are relatively useless now unless we rest.
I think it would be good.
If
to
we,
get
the only
back
thing
to
that
the-
we're gonna have to do now is fight Felania, right?
So long as
We're
everything
gonna
else.
Whatever else is left.
we're gonna need a lot of strength for that.
We're going to need
I
that
think we need to
demon.
reconvene with as many people as possible.
So you're taking a short rest.
We need to.
I think short rest, then try and find like
Reconvene.
door
20
apples
minutes
or-
into the short rest,
Oh, here we go.
there is a terrible cry throughout the city. You begin to see defenders retreating from the walls
Oh.
and heading towards the guild quarter in the middle of the city. They rush past, a few of them call out, are like, come on, they've breached through the southern gate, come on!
Yeah, shit. In that 20 minutes, did we recover any guys? Oh, God.
We're out. Like we're.
All
What do we
right.
do?
We're going to have to... we have to run.
The soldiers running past you, they're kind of nameless, you don't know them.
What's happening?
The dragon turned up at the southern gate, it decimated us. They're trying to fight that thing off. Commander Adric, Lady Amarith trying to fend it off, but it just destroyed the defense on the gate. They broke through. Then some sort of demon turned up, and that thing's currently fighting the dragon and holding some of them off, but we can't hold the outer walls anymore. So we're retreating to the middle of the guild court. We've got a secondary defense line there. We're regrouping there. We're regrouping at Champion's Hold.
Okay.
Okay.
Regroup.
We'll come with you.
All right, come on. If any of you, Grunker is pretty injured. Like, I don't know if you guys want to carry her, or if not,
will.
soldiers will.
I
Okay,
can help.
you can just like grab her and like she's like limping along. She can run, but she's badly hurt. Like she's loads of wounds. You guys make your way through. You find your way into the
On the
guild.
way, I'm going
Yep.
to say, is Adric and Lady Amy okay?
For now, yes. Lady Amy, she's a dragon. She turned into this dragon. And she
Wow.
was trying to fight off the other
This
one
is
for a
brand
time.
new information.
I don't believe it.
But she saved Adric. She saved his life.
Good.
Let's
Oh.
go.
Lead us to her.
They take you in. The guild quarter does have a secondary wall inside the middle of the city. It kind of has like a smaller, kind of like, not defensive wall, but it's kind of to separate the guild quarter from the rest of the city. And you can see now that any surviving soldiers that aren't maimed or badly injured are now defending that. There are Broken Sky agents. You see some skirmishes, like you run past a couple of battles where a couple of forces are tangling, just kind of like, they're spilling in from the gates, a few hill giants and stone giants and fire giants kind of being fended off by a few others, but you are just kind of swept up in this kind of horde and taken towards the middle of the city. You find a very beaten up, half of his armor is completely like scorched, Adric, who is currently ordering a defense and he's kind of coordinating things. Lady Amy is just kind of sat on the ground in a human form, but you can still see kind of traces of her draconic scales and her eyes. Her tail is actually, she kind of has like a tail from her coming out of her dress, like, kind of poking out. And she's just kind of sat there like looking at her hands, looking quite stunned. But Adric is like ordering forces around. He sees you and he's just like, friends, come, what has happened? What can you tell me? Are the other threats dealt with?
The fire giants are not a problem anymore.
Good.
We also dealt with the hobgoblins. They were summoning a demon that you may have seen
I
fighting.
saw it fight with us. Can we trust it for now?
Trelamar made a deal with it. Trelamar's gone.
That's sad to hear, but can we trust it?
Absolutely not.
For a few hours at the
For
very
8
least.
hours.
It's
All right.
fighting Broken Sky as far as we know.
All right. I'll have some of my men watch it, but we'll try and leave it to its business. I think it's fighting the dragon at the moment. From what I saw, she was winning. I think that she will win that fight, and then hopefully she can pull away some of its forces. What of the rogue has been dealt with? Your uncle defeated it with the flying elves. He came to assist with the dragon just before, whilst it was destroying the southern gate.
Have we heard from Nalistri and the others?
There's a kind of moment. Nalistri is recovering. Okay. We found him badly injured. Cassandra and Sveria, I'm afraid.
Both of them?
Lady Emmy they were beyond healing. We will have to try and perhaps resurrect them at a later date, if we have time.
Keep the bodies safe.
They are lost in the city currently. We do not have time to evacuate their bodies.
Oh.
I hope that they will be all right. We have another mission we need to discuss. Right now, we are currently somewhat outnumbered. The defense against the walls was not as successful as I had hoped, and the dragon decimated a lot of our forces. There is only one course of action, and he points up. This airship is currently raining down storms and cannon fire upon us. Whatever forces we have, whatever allies we have are needed here. I need the 4 of you to deal with that ship. You must find a way to disable it, something. I can lead the troops here. I believe Lady Emerith has some healing available to restore you as much of power as she can. But this is the last thing I can offer you. If we don't receive support from the Elven Spires soon, then if we do not take out that airship, Talis Val will fall.
We will do everything we can.
Take a moment, speak with Lady Emerith. I believe she has an idea of how to restore some of your strength. I must go. And he just gives you a firm nod and heads off to do his thing.
Right.
I don't have any jokes, Reynard. I'm spent.
I wasn't hoping for any. We will go to talk to Amaryllis then.
She looks up at you, and you can see her cheeks are glistening with tears. You can see that she's obviously been sobbing or crying for some time. Her tail is actually swishing back and forth beneath this kind of billowing white dress. And you can see her hands, now that you see them closely, still have almost like a claw-like form. And she's struggling, like she's looking at them, and you can see them slowly becoming more human, but she's desperately trying. She looks up and sees you, and, hello. I'm sure Adric has told you what happened at the Southern Gate, but we must find a way to... She takes a moment. I'm sorry, I had to fight the other dragon, and I have broken my oath, and I'm just a bit upset right now. But I will be able to fly you up to the ship, so you do not need to expend any more spells. And there is one option left to me, and I am going to beseech Bahamut to restore some of your strength. I don't know if he will listen.
Is there anything we can do to help that?
I don't know. He is a good god, and I know he will want to save this city. I just hope he can forgive me for breaking my word.
Reynard had teachings in Bahamut for some time, and from what I heard, you saved people, you saved lives, and this thing was a tyrant, is a tyrant, hopefully it's dead now, that'd be great. And you saved many lives as a result of your actions.
I know, it is difficult to explain. I do not like violence, and I have never wanted violence in my life, and so I swore something. It is difficult to explain. There is a magical bond of it, and that is why I am concerned, but I am willing to try. You represent our last hope, and if I can aid you, I will. I hope that this will work. It should restore your magical energy, your vitality. It shall make it as if you have rested for a day in moments. And then I will fly you to the ship. We know that there are forces aboard it. They have men, giant men in armor. Not giants, but humanoids. Golden and silver armor. They channel lightning and storm energy. We have had a few, the Aerie have scouted a little bit of it for us. They also have constructs, armor encased, lightning encased in armor that seems to move on its own. They seem to man many of the cannons and the weapons aboard the ship. We believe Felania to be on board. We have detected large amounts of spell casting aboard. Adric wishes you to disable the ship and defeat Falania. If we can break their leader, we can just take out their secret weapon. We think we can hold the ground forces, or at least they will retreat, they will lose morale. I will need a few moments, so collect your things, whatever you need. Miss Grunker, and she looks at... We will need your help here on the ground. I know you wish to go with Reynard, but we will need your help here. We need every able body, if that's all right. And Grunker looks at you, gives you a nod.
I will come back for you.
Come back for me?
Yeah.
I'm going to fly up there and get you if you don't come back.
That's good.
I'll find a way. I don't know how to fly, but I'll do it. I'll jump at it if I can.
I believe you'll reach.
But I think if they've lost Cassandra, they need me here. So, you know, I think it better if I help out. Okay. You guys?
I may.
Yes.
A
Yes,
moment.
of course.
My friends, this is how war goes. You lose comrades, you lose companions, you lose friends. But we do not have time to grieve, and we do not have time to let this affect us. If we do, we have lost, and everyone, it will have been for nothing. I know there is a void in our hearts for those who have fallen already, and for friends who have seen much horrors and broken oaths. But you need to put that aside for now, to fight with everything you have, because if you don't, then we will all have died an empty death. We do this to honor them. We do this to come back and bring them back. We have the power. We can do this, but we can only do this if we bring that ship down. So push the thoughts out of your head. This is not the time to grieve. This is the time to stand up, be brave, and fight.
Inspiring leader.
I'll let you have Juto. You convert that. What's that? 13 temporary hit points?
Yeah.
Shit. Nice.
Okay. Lady Amaryllis goes into a deep prayer. And she's going to attempt to use divine intervention.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
That's a good laugh or a bad laugh, is it?
So the way that I do this, when we did it with you, did I have you roll under or over?
It was up to my level.
This is up to you. You rolled up
Under,
to, yeah.
yeah.
So you had to roll under your level, yeah. That's because I was just like, that's what I said in my head I was going to do, but I was like, is that the way I did it with you?
It was. He rolled like really low, I think.
He's quite high level, I think.
Rolled a 10.
Oh.
Rolled a 10.
Oh, shit.
So,
She is definitely higher than that.
yeah, she is. she is level 12.
12, yeah, one below.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, and that is a genuine roll. Like that was a
Take a
genuine.
picture of it.
Well, I can't because I've moved my dice.
Damn
now,
it, Mark.
But it was a genuine roll. I promise you. That was 100. It was literally.
You can tell when Mark's
was-
lying about a roll because his
like-
face changes.
It was immediate as well.
Yeah.
It was like a fuck. So, you watch as she prays. Her eyes just pour with tears, and she smiles, and you all feel all of your hit points come back. You regain all spell slots
man.
as if you had taken a long rest.
Holy shit.
Oh my
Bahumat,
God.
I worship him now.
The other thing, because the thing is I was like, well, the thing is, Troy, is I knew that if this failed,
I had one.
I knew you
You
had
had one
options.
as well.
Well, he doesn't have divine intervention, I don't think.
I do.
Oh, it's come back. It's a week, isn't
Yeah,
it? Yeah, it's been a
it's a
week. But you also have another thing you could have done as well. So I was like, if this fails, they've still got options. So
Now I've got other options on the
yeah,
airship.
you've got other options on the airship. So with that, I think that's a cool moment to end today's
Absolutely.
episode. But before we fully end, Shalimar Ali,
Oh no!
you find yourself in a kind of twisted iron citadel. You can see around you this black, flame-wreathed iron chamber. When you arrive, you are stood before what can only really be described as a throne. But it is so much more than that. You can feel just power radiating from it. It actually, you can't look at it because the fire blazing in it is so bright that you know that if you were to look at it, it would burn you away entirely. This voice just booms out like, "No," and you feel yourself just driven to your knees, groveling. And it's then you kind of begin to feel your form change. Your skin turns red, horns kind of grow from your head, a tail erupts. Granomir shifts and warps and turns into a demonic creature as well. And then you just feel like, my champion, you will be an instrument for Asmodeus for all of time.
What?
And
What did you do?
your mind just breaks away. You feel Demir, this kind of entity that you swore an oath to, that gave you the power to escape. That connection just breaks away, and you feel like this distant friend just being pulled away from you. And in your mind, it is just filled with fire and death and hate. And Trelemar Alith, as he was, disappears.
Oh my.
And a champion of Asmodeus is left in its place. So if you were thinking of doing any campaigns in this setting, if you run your own game, why not consider Trelemar, champion of Asmodeus, as a villain?
Yeah.
Because he is a villain now. And is, yeah.
Right.
Well,
On that note,
Christ.
8 hours.
no.
You couldn't have negotiated a little bit longer for your soul.
Nope.
And Granomir's. Poor Granomir.
But what an epic sacrifice.
Yeah.
Save the
wonderful
day.
You did.
Thank
you
you.
saved us.
Did it help though? Did it actually?
Man, honestly, if they had to fight that thing,
We'd all
which
be
was
dead.
probably
We'd
going
be
to
dead.
happen if one of you didn't make a deal, it was just going to be like, well, in that case, I can do what I want. Stab, 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 stab.
We would
had
have
6
probably
arms.
died. If you didn't do that, we would.
I mean, still within challenge rating, like it was an encounter you would have to fight, but considering how low you were, considering how injured you were, like it was
super
a nasty
dancing.
fight. Like basically, like you would have to have done something like polymorph or banish it or something to try and like stop it from killing you, but it was pretty
it
bad.
for Trell.
Happy birthday.
I mean,
How am I going to get back from that? Surely.
there are ways, but I think that like yeah, it's kind of we'll leave that for the audience to explore in their own games
Which
or their own fan theories.
I think
Oh my god, you could totally run a campaign of like, you know, justice for Trelemar, like, you know, getting Trelemar back.
Way to bring him back. Yeah.
either.
I'm not going to, but they
Not
can.
you, but they.
You can.
They.
So let's read some donations.
Well, let's just say a big thank you to Matt for coming
Big
back.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming by, helping out the team with the final fight.
And
Always
becoming
good to have you
champion
back.
of the 9 hells. So.
Yeah, it's not right.
Perhaps not
Immortal,
promotion.
cool guy now.
I'm the next baddie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
At the end.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
thought you would die. It's now me.
I had to spend time with Cam.
I got hatred.
Nightjar, thank you very much. It was lovely seeing you all again at I-62. The one shot was brilliant, and it was really nice meeting some people from chat as well. Here's to another live show. Hopefully, yes, please. We'd love to do one.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Really
Nightjar. It was
good.
lovely to meet you as well. You're awesome. Fire Red Green donated. Good to see Mark, the Grand High Roller, and others back after a few weeks. Let's have some fun, eh? So I found out in Nino Kuni there's a guy called the Grand High Roller, and on my
nice.
stream we were laughing about that.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah. Frank the NPC donated. Snow outside my house in April. I'm blaming Trot. Pre-game donation and pre-game salute to all the NPCs and PCs that humans probably killed today. Press F to pay respects. You finally get your wish to kill everyone, you sick man. It's not my wish. It's just the world.
So many people.
I made them roll the percentile dice.
It's not on us.
Olarenve donated with no message, but thank you very much
Thank
for the
you.
donation. And I'll just read one
my
more.
God.
Jimmy King
Oh,
3 hundo.
oh my god.
Thank you so much for that amazing generosity. Driving home from PAX, so I have to watch the VOD. Hopes everyone's still alive, or if not, hopefully the bodies are intact. Also, Guandao is done. Somebody will be reaching out for shipping details
Oh,
soon. Well,
wow.
Jimmy Kiba X, not only thank you for the generous donation, thank you for making that as well.
Yeah, holy
Katie,
shit.
I pass over to you.
Metamanu has given us a very generous donation saying the live show was ace. I hope you'll be able to do more in the future. Please kick those fire giants' arses and don't die. And get well soon, Kim.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy has donated saying thank you for everything. You guys inspired me to play my first game of D&D and now I'm going to DM my own game at the end of March. Mark's DM 101 is really helping me out in preparing my campaign. I even put some HR Easter eggs inside. Love you all. You can find that guide on Tabletop Weekly on YouTube.
Yeah, when I start doing videos again.
But
Let's not draw attention to my channel right now.
Cyril the Death is donated saying, hello there, I have a problem. I play roleplay on my work and I play an outlaw and I don't know who I should be now. How shall I think and behave so you can help me? Sorry for my English. I don't understand.
You roleplay at work. Oh, it's gone.
And they play an outlaw.
They play an outlaw. How should they play an outlaw?
Seldom takes and draw.
Watch
No, an
cowboy
outlaw
films.
is, yeah, it's like a criminal and like, you know, bandit and stuff like that. Like,
You're an anti-hero.
Clint
Yeah,
Eastwood.
kind of.
You're in it for yourself.
yeah.
And
Right.
Reed Roland in The Dark Tower.
J.K. Quinn donated for a generous quarter hundo.
Thank you.
First time in a while I got a chance to donate while I'm at work. I'm on my phone, sorry for any spelling mistakes or weird autocorrects, but anyway, any advice for seasonal affective disorder? I quit uni over Christmas and have just been diagnosed with it, sad face.
Vitamin D.
lamp.
Yeah,
Huh?
sad lamp.
Sad lamp.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can actually get alarm clock ones. I think Lumi do it.
They're not as good.
yeah.
You want
It
a
helps,
proper.
though.
It does help. What I would suggest, go to your doctor. They can actually get you a discount on big,
Yeah.
full sad lamps.
And get big
like
ones.
massive ones.
Get a
They-
dose of that blue.
Yeah,
That's what I call it.
Get that.
Yeah.
Get a dose of that
Get
blue.
that blue.
Get vitamin D supplements. They help me massively. Remember to take them. I don't always do that.
Yeah, you can get them in boots and stuff.
Yeah, but if you go to your doctor, they can prescribe you much higher.
Yeah,
like,
but
over
you
the
have to be sure that you're
But
okay.
if they've
to
been
have that.
diagnosed with it, then it should be something.
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
GP
something that your
can
GP
provide or
can
something.
do.
we are not qualified
We're not
practitioners.
doctors. Please check with your GP.
Yeah. As somebody who has it as well, like those are
Yeah.
two best things.
But
to
the
do. And try and get
lens-
outside as much as possible.
Yeah, and it's the usual things of like try to sleep regularly, try
Yeah.
some good, healthy stuff, try some exercise, blah, blah, blah.
The stuff that nobody wants to do.
And
but
getting
should
that
do.
blue.
Get
Get
that.
that blue.
Right.
Fairlight Freya has donated saying, I just want to say thank you for your amazing streams. They have been a weekly bright spot during a very long, difficult year. Cheating husbands suck. Damn it.
Yeah.
If you could say hi, it would mean a lot. Mads.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Hello, and I
Hello.
will
Do
fight
suck.
that bitch
Yeah.
for you. I've been cheated on and it sucks, so I will cut a
I will
bitch.
pass on
Love
to...
you.
Dunnican donated saying, Fortune, fortune!
Oh yeah, Fortune from the live show.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Doesn't work here. Doesn't work here.
Doesn't
Sorry,
work
I done
here,
it, Ken.
but thank you. We appreciate that. Kiki2108 donated a very nice amount. Thank you very much. And name to Dabadee saying Reynard Fairhorn. 2 shots, 1 kill. Hunter extraordinaire.
That's
Come on,
great.
you gotta-
Shots,
it's
one
in
kill.
Widowmaker.
Yeah.
2 shots, 1 kill.
Well,
One shot,
I think she
one
says
kill.
1 shot, but
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
she is better
Close
than me.
enough.
That's what I'm thinking of. So
Frank the
shut up.
NPC donated. Barris was a good boy. How dare you, Mark Humes? R.I.P.
All of these donations now are going to be ours.
I mean, look, he was sent to deal with a threat, and he's not
Yeah.
a very high level, and
He's
he
not.
didn't have the people to back him up.
Bad Eye Nemzai.
Drink something else.
It's good to see you at the event. Thanks for coming. Oh boy, thank God for the break so we can get our bearings. It was lovely seeing you all at I-62 and giving out my labels. I
Always
had
a
that on
pleasure.
Thank you
Wednesday.
very much.
He did
Thank you
have
for hosting a brilliant live show, the first one I've been at. Healing hugs to you, Kim, and standard hugs for the rest of you. Thank you very much.
Dungeon
Might want to
Daddy.
like anti-back.
Oh God.
Dungeon Daddy.
Oh, Bandai.
I'll read one more. Varis
You were wearing
donated. I don't
wear it.
really know what to say other than a late happy birthday to Matt.
Happy birthday.
But all the good work. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Good.
Kim.
Kimbo.
Thank you to Edward. It was great meeting you guys last week, apart from Matt and Keiki. Rip. Enjoyed talking to Mark about writing his notes for the show in the car on the way there. It was great, by the way. Would love another. Thanks for signing the notebook.
I
for
tweet
me.
my notes.
Mark, best DM.
Thank you very
An
much.
apology to everyone who I didn't meet at Insomnia because I was working
You were
like
working,
a
it's
lunatic.
fine.
But I got to the show, so
Yeah.
It's now over too.
yeah.
Ace of Thorns has donated. The hits just keep on coming. Oops, too soon. Kim lives just. Elora misses a trick. Imagine the morale hit for the baddies when they see a wee small elf with their giant champion's hammer.
I know, but I can't wield that weapon.
Hugs.
It's not a druid-friendly weapon.
Florent 10 has donated. Hey guys, I'm gonna miss your butts because I'm not gonna be able to watch for a while since I'm currently studying for my finals next month. Good luck. Thanks for the hours of entertainment you provided us all, and I'll hopefully see you guys after the exams.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
See you after.
Daft Dave 41 has donated. Oh, Matt, if you didn't want to give up your Sundays, you should have just said something, not just made a deal with the devil.
It's pretty funny. That's good.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
Waffle boy.
Want waffles?
OzG donated. Hi guys, how are you? I hope Insomnia went well. I have not watched the video yet, but I bet it went great. I just ordered the new High Rollers notebook and can't wait for it to arrive. It's
very
so
much.
cool. I hope you get well soon, Kim.
Oh,
Marichime donated. The Demon Pact was amazing. Yes, the drama. Does dance. Demon Mark, FTW, Jeff voice. Who's Jeff?
I'm guessing that's Crown Rend because Maritime loves Crown Rend. And so I don't know
Oh,
why
I
she's saying
see. Right. Now that we're done with the pleasantries, why not check out Tabletop Weekly on YouTube?
Stop drawing attention to it. I'm not updated in ages.
Waggles eyebrows, #fortune. Lots
But you
of
can
hearts.
watch the existing videos.
You can, yeah.
Professor Oakley donated. I gotta say, I was excited for this episode, but I wasn't expecting this. Not this. Not me.
This is, we know where we are now, yeah. For sure.
My Lady of Stories donated. What the fuck, Matt? Also, welcome stream and thanks for making Sundays awesome.
Thank you.
Nightjar donated again. The fuck, guys? The feels. So many feels. Thank you for coming back, Matt, and happy belated birthday. Feel better soon, Kim. I'm going to lie down now and try to process these feels.
Good luck with that.
All right, Tom.
There you go.
Dabadies, thank you for your generous donation. It's been a fantastic time watching you play Trellamar, Matt. #Justice for Trell. Brilliant episode, as always.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Varys, my God, that ending. Trell, why? And the walls have fallen. Everyone is dying. Why, Mark, why?
Why question me?
Oh, you made all this.
I didn't make it happen.
The game guy, Mark and Matt, you sons of bitches. Cass, Varys, and Trell, all dead in a single episode? Dead for Trell. And then Trell is a demon now. Fuck you
Yeah,
guys.
Trell's not dead.
My heart can't take this, you guys. So much feels. Love this show. Roll on Sunday. Justice for Trellamar. Thank you
Am I
very
like
much.
Darth Vader now? It's like Anakin Skywalker's gone.
Kind of, yeah. There's definitely an element of that, yeah.
Bandai Nenzai.
Died.
Oh, fuck me, what an episode. I've never been so emotionally tortured by, I've never been so emotionally tortured. I feel like everyone needs a hug. We will forever remember our fallen allies who gave their lives, 07. But Trell, why did you have to go and sacrifice yourself, you mad lad?
Because look at him.
Or
It's
the
like,
Great
'cause-
Trigger.
go on, say
He
it.
wanted
Fuck
something.
it.
But he's had his fucking waffle, he's out.
Yeah. All he wanted was the waffle.
One more.
It's the next one, yeah.
This is,
Clear Bandai Nenzai plus Sam.
please,
Dead.
plus samplers. Okay.
He's dead.
Barris for President has donated with, that's right, I've changed my URL now, guys. Rip all dead NPCs. Matt, oh my God, why? Shouting aside, thank you so much for coming back for the last few episodes. I have so enjoyed watching Trell's development. A shame the end isn't happier.
Wow.
There you
You
go.
made a pact with the devil.
Loic reviews. Hi,
Loic, yeah, he was
hi
very
HR
fast
team.
with us.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't catch your stream today, but wanted to drop by and say hi. Big hug to Katie for all the work she did during I-62. A big hug to Kim to hope you'll feel better soon. Take care, guys. Salute, boys. 07.
Thanks,
It was really
Laura.
nice to meet you, Loic, as well.
Oh.
Thanks for the little sausages.
I do want to point out, I didn't make the party go to the Graveyard District. They could have gone and fought the dragon, but just saying, don't blame everything on me.
Yeah, but then we would have had a horrible demon.
Either way.
Absolutely, you would have. Yeah.
Either way.
I don't know if you can answer this, Mark, but how have we done so far? Like, you know, have our choices paid off? Have we
Your
done-
choices are your choices. There are no good or bad choices.
Also,
there
the
are
percentile were percentile. Like that.
percentile's percentile. Like, yeah, I mean, there were things you could have affected with it. There were definitely good choices you made, but there were bad choices as well. And it's just like, choices are choices. Like, at the end of the day, you've made a cool story, so you're doing well. That's the way I see it. Cool story, everyone's having fun.
Absolutely.
The rope is Gonzo,
Yeah.
which is pretty
Yeah,
cool.
nice.
Felix.
And,
Nice.
It
choice,
was the airy,
Felix.
to be honest. It was using the winged elves to get rid of the rope.
Yeah, but mainly,
No, it was mainly the winged elves.
but also a lot of help
He helped.
from
He helped.
was
a lot.
Felix riding on one of them?
No.
Ah, that would have been.
He would have been
rope's
doing
gone
stuff like from the
because-
rooftops, like taking it down with shots and stuff.
I
so.
think we need one more Granny Trellamar.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to be Granny Trell.
Didn't know. You should have done that.
Maybe that's your new
This
form.
demon is now that's its permanent voice. Permanent Granny Trell.
Evil
Maybe that's like
cackle.
the remains of Trellamar, is this granny voice just
That's all
going,
that's left.
This old creepy woman locked up away.
Do you want to say
Well-
goodbye to everyone in Granny Trell?
Bye bye, everyone. And thank you for watching High Rollers. Come back again next week. I won't be here. I'm a devil or something now. Fucking hell, that was a bit of a turnout for the books. Cheerio. Bye-bye.
And goodbye from all of us. See you next week, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.